Welcome one, welcome all, welcome to another Hearts of Iron 4 stream here. Just booting up the game now. Looks like there's a small patch. That's good news. As I understand it, and actually this is something I predicted. If you watch the France Revolution games that the devs did, where they played Red France, they had a small problem because they were talking about making their own faction. And then they looked at the national focus tree for a while, and then they suddenly stopped talking about it completely. And it was very clear that they realized at that moment there was no way for fascist or Red France to make its own faction. The only option for France to make its own faction was built into the tree that the democracy side had. So I believe this patch is addressing that. Let's jump in there real quick and just take a quick look. The coup did not go through on Romania yet. So let's see. National focus. Let's see. They did change things. There we go. So instead of join Comintern, you now have the option for Humanité Unie. France can create its own faction. And instead of wooing Italy or joining Germany, you can also do France first, which gives you the ability to make your own faction. So those were added in that patch there, which is great. Now I'm going to go back and load the other game from the main menu. This is, by the way, the score screen, which is interesting. I kind of hoped one of the things that you could sort by would be victory points. But alas, the only option you have is total score. And at the very beginning of the game, you sort by total score. The UK wins, hands down. I don't know why it's air score, total air superiority, just because they've got planes in the air in the most areas, I guess. Factory score. No, that's just number of factories. Score is apparently just Army, Navy, and Air. So it doesn't take into account your country score. Now, we can also sort by faction, because, of course, there's only the three. Oh, actually, there's more people that start in the... Oh, because the Commonwealth starts in the Alliance. That's right. That's right. Okay, back to the main menu. Let's get back to the USSR versus Germany. Thank you, Streisel, for posting that. Leave Vienna in peace, Streisel says. I don't know if we can do that. Germany is causing us some problems. Here we go. So this is our new borders. It is nighttime. The Soviet Union looks strong. Romania will hopefully fall soon. All right. It's game time. Oh boy. Claims on Yugoslavian territory. They are upsetting the already fragile balance. There's 100% world tension, buddy. There's no fragile balance. Hang on while I ban this guy. Please subscribe to my channel. Nobody's going to subscribe to your channel just because you ask. Get out of here. Remove the message. Alright. So, let's see. Where were we? We were checking out Romanian coup. Staging a coup. It'll be done in October of next year. We're in February. We're desperately trying to build enough KV-1s. Insufficient resources. What are our insufficient resources? It's rubber again, isn't it? Needed is only 1, though, so I'm happy with that. We don't need to trade away a civilian factory for that. We've 3 lines for KV-1s, and then we have a line for medium tank destroyers and medium self-propelled artillery that we're trying to get going. So we're getting about 10 KV-1s per week from these lines, and then 1 per day. So we get about 17 per day that per week that we're getting here. I'm just going to hit the button for 3 speed. And then I'm going to turn the day-night cycle off, because as cool as it looks, it's freaking just distracting. Yeah, there is a Twitch stream going as well if you prefer that. It is a lower quality. It is 720p instead of 1080p, and only 30 FPS instead of 60 FPS that we have going on here. So, medium tanks were far behind, but that will catch up in 55 days. We're actually producing quite a few, and we only had a few that were changed over. Now, we've got the army experience. We can do what we've been trying to do. Edit our mainline infantry divisions. Or do we just do it to our shock armies? Well, we'll do it to both, but let's start with the mainline infantry divisions. We're going to add the heavy KV-1 tanks to every one of our mainline infantry divisions. And boom goes the dynamite. I'm sure that we now have a ridiculous desire. 4,000 heavy tanks. It'll take 1,300 days to fill that order. Well, Why is division production cost a variable number? Because it can change based on the things that are in the division. So let's see. If, for example, I just added a bunch of heavy tanks, so the cost to produce this division now includes a bunch of heavy tanks. Oh, you mean this number down here? Interesting. The minimal and maximal production cost. You know, I'm not sure. Oh, I know what it is. The different types of heavy tanks have different production costs. So that's assuming I made it with the cheapest infantry equipment and the cheapest heavy tanks and the cheapest artillery versus the most expensive heavy tank variant that I have, the most expensive infantry equipment that I have, and the most expensive artillery that I have. Because infantry equipment 2 takes longer to produce than infantry equipment 1 does, so that's why. No, we're putting the KV-1s on all of them. Tactical bomber still says they're missing. You know what? I don't care. If we go to the Air Force, where's tactical bombers? These guys all got blown up over the Western Steppe during the... There we go. During the big fight. Actually, can I select all of these? Yeah, I can. Okay, that's perfect. So then I can send them all over here. All right. Now... close these. Open this. We should have a bunch of tactical bombers. There we go. And now I am just going to do this. Add tactical bombers. I guess I didn't need to do what I did before. Where are the tactical bombers? Are they not in here? Ooh, demand Bessarabia. Yeah, we definitely want to send the ultimatum. Get Bessarabia if we can. We have claims on Romania, specifically Bessarabia. And we can try to diplomatically force them to give it to us in exchange for not going to war with Romania. We're not exactly prepared to. We only have a few divisions on the border here. Romania surrenders Bessarabia. Look at that. And I like how the border nicely moved up for us. That was good. Yes, we claimed Bessarabia. And what did that give us? That gave us 3 military factories, a civilian factories, and a few dockyards. That's not bad. Now, let's go back to what I was doing before. Okay, we got this one, actually. We want this Air Force tactical bombers. Where are they? I thought I sent them to the reserves. Didn't I send them to the reserves? Why aren't they in my reserves? Oh, is that the interwar bomber is actually a tactical bomber? Yeah, okay. It just doesn't say tactical bomber. It says interwar bomber. It's just awful. It's just awful. Alright, there we go. So we have them focusing on Western Poland once this breaks out. And their job should be both close air support and strategic bombing. I don't know what penalty you wind up getting if you do both versus one. But, anyway, we are now available planes and reserves. We have a ton of fighters and IL-4s and 2s. Yeah, I know that we've got a bunch of planes in the reserves. And most of them are fighters. We've got a few bombers. Why do we have bombers in the reserves? What are they trying to tell me here? Oh, there we go. We have a bonus to nuclear research. So, we could now do Far East fortification. We can't do demand Eastern Poland because we already took Poland. I think we're just going to keep going down this diversity program here. Yeah, decryption and encryption, you're right. Those are definitely on the top of my list the next time we get an option here for research. But I also wanted to get the Sturmovik as soon as possible and get better fighters. Oops, I'm paused here. I decided to... whoa! Interesting. We don't need to have this border... Oh, I don't know what... This border doesn't need to be here, even. Netherlands has capitulated. Uh-oh, France is going down. France is going down. Uncertain times. Belgium has capitulated. Yeah, let's move this back to the Oh, actually, this just got added somehow once... Yeah, okay, I see. No, I need the Far East Theater. Dang it, I clicked the wrong one. There we go. So yeah, we gotta get rid of this. So now all of these guys will instead... We want them to guard against the Japanese, not against the Chinese. I'm not terribly concerned about the Chinese, but the Chinese are lining up on the Mongolian border. Don't you have enough to deal with the Japanese? Legionary Romania joined the Axis. Oh, crap. There was a coup already, and the fascists took over. Oh, no! Our coup is going to be awful. Or is it going to be okay because it mattered only when we started it? Huh. These are good questions. All right, how's our KV-1 production? We now have almost 45 factories working on KV-1s, and they're slowly ramping up their production right now. We're also getting some artillery 2s and tank destroyers, which reminds me, let's see if we can add that to our armored division. Now, yeah, medium self-propelled artillery is something that you find inside of the armored units. That was a question I had. As well as a medium tank destroyer. Do I have enough? Ooh, Fall of Paris. There it goes. I gotta go check that front out. Let me pause it for a second. I'm gonna add a tank destroyer and a self-propelled artillery to this. And you know, I need to really add a motorized infantry to it as well. Ugh. Because it's low on organization without the extra infantry to help out. But it is what it is. Let's save it there. And we got new research. Definitely going to do the encryption, decryption. Where is that? Right over here. We're going to start with encryption so that hopefully the AI gets a little less information about us. And yeah, let's look at this. So Paris has fallen. France is probably pretty dang low on their national unity. What is their national unity? It is 36%. That's an odd number. Oh, weekly change. They have a guy that's helping to improve it and strengthen government support. All right, so Hungary. Is Hungary in the Axis? Has volunteers, but is not in the Axis. So I guess we'll see. Oh, you think when I claim Bessarabia, that triggers the Romanian joining the fascists? That might be right. Okay, so we do that. Let's gonna go and get the next research bonus now that we're in 1940. That'll definitely help. And then we'll grab more encryption and decryption as that is sped up. We're gonna get another research slot here soon. Insufficient rubber, tungsten and steel. Hold the phone. How am I behind on tungsten and steel? I produce so much of that shit. I see. Okay, well, you know what we need to research next, then, is not improve computing machines. We need to increase our construction speed. Or not construct... Our excavation of resources. And I think I do want to do that first and foremost, because... I gotta speed up my heavy tank production. So where am I gonna get tungsten from? I can get... Let's do by influence here. The British Raj apparently have enough tungsten for me. And that's a temporary thing. We also need some steel, which the US will deliver to us, I think. 3 factories? No, let's do 2 factories. And now our KV-1 production is back. We might be a little low on something down here. Our motorized is low because of rubber. And our convoys are being slow because of steel, but that's fine. That is fine. But I do have a bunch of units that I need to figure out what to do with them. Rudolf Hess. Interesting. He parachuted out of a heavy fighter. Flew alone across the North Sea, taking care to stay at a radar range before veering west towards Britain. Hess appears to have taken it upon himself to negotiate a peace treaty between Britain and Germany, although Berlin has denounced him as a madman and stripped him of any political office. Interesting. Okay, so for our Finnish frontier, we need to choose a new goal for them. I believe that we are going to take the Poles, and we're going to reduce that previous Polish army to like half the length, and then have the Finnish army make up the northern part of this. Right, so we'll have an army group north and an army group south, and to that end, I'm going to take a bunch of these guys and add them to... Hang on, I was deselecting instead of selecting. Add them to that. That didn't do it. I thought right-clicking would do... Oh, it did. Okay, never mind. So 36 and 38, so it's about even now. And what are these other guys that don't have any group? We got the paratroopers here. And we're going to move them down to a fallback line. Oh, they don't have a force yet here. Actually, the Finnish frontier doesn't exist anymore, so let's move them. Yeah. So here's our paratroopers. We're going to give them a little front right here, just so they can prepare. And then we're going to give them a pretty good commander if we've got one. Unfortunately, we don't have anybody that's like, hey, we're good behind the lines. Reconnaissance 25% is actually quite good. So let's take him. Uh-oh, Hungary joined the Axis and got the Second Vienna Award. The stream will be put up as a regular video afterwards. Everybody wants the NATO counters. I don't care. Oh, they're out of supply. This guy is a perfect paratrooper leader. And now any new paratroopers we're building should join that. I don't know that I want to build too many more paratroopers. So maybe 2 more maximum. Instead, I would like to add shock armies and regular infantries. And you know what we don't... Oh, we do have armored battalions, or armored divisions being built. And where are these guys going? They need to form their own new force. These are the ones that are unassigned. Let's clean this up a little bit. We're going to make a new theater. First, we're going to make a new army, then we're going to make a new theater. Stavka? Sure, just for flavor's sake, we'll call it Stavka. But that'll be our offensive HQ. We're going to take all of our more than just mainline armies and put them there. Treaty of Craiova? Craiova? More concessions have been forced onto legionary Romania, with Bulgaria reclaiming the southern. Jeez, our poor Romanian guys here have been losing everything. They still have that precious oil that they are. I mean, and they're in the faction with the Axis, and the Axis are like, yeah, no, give up this and give up that. So what was it? Is this little piece here, I think? All right, where was I? I was reorganizing my army. So we got these guys. Let's take our mechanized division and bring them down here. This is my mechanized division 2. And we got to pick another panzer leader for him. I think we had a level 5. Didn't we? Yes, another 5 panzer leader. Boom. So all new versions of that will go there. Now this needs something more than what it's got, right? I mean, I think it could use something else. Put a little bit of motorized infantry in here. Can we add some support anti-tank? They definitely need that. And I think that's all we can afford right now, so we'll definitely do that. So now we're going to have anti-tank needing to be developed. Okay, pause, because we got a lot of things here to deal with. New technology to research. I could do another excavation, but I think we want to now do the research of improved computing machines. Our national focus, we finished diversify the program to get rocket technology. Now we're going to try to gain a research slot. Yes. We've also got free military factories, which is awesome because I just needed to start building a line of anti-tank. We're not going to put it at the very top, but, well, sure, we'll put it at the top. It doesn't matter. Oh, wow, we have a lot. Oh, the Bessarabia gave us a bunch. That's right. So we'll give towed anti-tanks. Yeah, that's enough right there. And then, how far behind? Let's give these guys another few to catch up. And this artillery, did we get artillery 2 at some point? Did we never researched artillery 2? We're awful. We're just awful. All right. Don't forget land doctrine. You're right, you're right. The new... Oh, land doctrine. It is there. It's what I want. So Trotsky is still out there, is the scary thing. We could have another civil war, right? That's another thing to worry about. Ugh, there's a lot going on. I think... Okay, I've got 3 regular divisions here. Where do they go? Do I put them on the Romanian border? I'll put them on the Hungarian border. They can form a new border in the southern theater. Wait a minute. Which one is this? This is the Romanian border of the West Front. Okay, so yeah, where's those 3 unassigned guys? They'll go here, but they are going to get a border with Hungary. Alright, I'm going to start moving time. Now, is there anybody who is unassigned? The shock armies have their own thing going. Encryption is done. Let's do a land doctrine. You're not wrong about that. We need overwhelming firepower. Our line artillery and our shock armies needs to be a thing. Our shock armies are definitely going to go down and sit in the Stavka area. And they are going to be right over here. Wow, we have a lot of shock armies now. I think they're going to start exercising so they get to become very strong. The shock armies that we built have a ridiculous amount of artillery in them. And I'm going to give them some support anti-tank when I get the opportunity. And I think, you know what? I need to make them also elite. Get them the best infantry equipment first. My air unit, my paratroopers are also going to be elite. And the armor division also going to be elite. Everything else can get lower, but that is the case. And I don't know, did I make the Far East Theater... Yeah, let's make deprioritize the Far East Theater for getting new equipment to them. Change the symbol of the medium armor division. It's a medium / light tank at the moment. But okay, let's see if they have a medium armor option. Eh, not exactly. They just have tanks. Although, you know what? The default symbol changes based on the number. So if I put more medium armor in here, for example, it'll probably change to a medium armor, if I'm not mistaken. But I could change it to a what looks like a medium tank with a blitz symbol. That's not bad. All right, it's July 1940, and we can't declare war on the USSR yet. We gave them our word, and our word is our bond. So when the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact goes away, that's when we could declare war on the Germans. Right now, what's the status? October is the coup that we started. But I don't know if this changes it completely or if we're going to have a decent coup. Now, look at here. France is still not capitulated? Or did they capitulate and I missed the notification? They're at 53% national unity, so they were able to hold out longer. It's got to be soon, though. The Maginot Line points are holding out over here. What is that, Metz? Or is this... This is Metz. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's Metz. If they could get to Brest, then it'll be all over, I think. Or Bordeaux. One of those two should cause them to capitulate. 50 is still really low. So what's going on with Italy? Italy is clashing over here at Tobruk. Oh, actually, Tobruk shouldn't be right here? My geography of the Cyrenaica region is not fantastic, but maybe they never built the fortresses there in this game. Tunisia is still all French. So let's see, what's the diplomatic situation here? I mean, we know the Germans are at war, and Italy also joined the war. Hungary and Romania also joined the war. Sweden, a very bad opinion of the Reich, but not at war yet. Let's check out the United States. Let's see what they're set. Unknown focus. Okay, we can't even see what they're doing. Nor can we see their national spirits. Oh, there's their national spirits. The Great Depression is still on, which vastly reduces their ability to do anything in their political sphere. Home of the Free. Air War Plans Division. Interesting. Bureau of Ships gives them some production cost reductions. Ooh, they got the New Deal. Infrastructure construction and national unity went up. Strategic bombing up. Escort effort. Prepare intervention. Lend-lease tension limit is minus 15%. Well, it's at 100%, so you can definitely lend-lease. Limited interventionalism. Divisions required for sending volunteer force minus 25%. So that's interesting. So are they doing... Does it say that they're doing lend-lease? Guaranteeing the independence. Has sent volunteers to fight with the UK, France, Australia, everybody. South Africa has volunteers from the United States. That's interesting. All right, speed it up again. We can see what's going on in Asia, too, while we're at it. I gave a bunch of light tanks and some infantry equipment, if I'm not mistaken, to the People's Republic of China to help them. And it looks like Japan is having a hell of a time right now, despite the fact that for some reason China has all these divisions along the border, unless that's just really bad intel, because our decryption is so awful. It'll be coming soon. Soon. Once we get this, we can get more decryption and encryption. But there's so many things I want to research. I also desperately want to get better artillery. So what's things look like over here? United Kingdom, Netherlands, so they have never been invaded yet. The Japanese are having such a hard time in China. They haven't started, although I believe they don't start invading the Dutch East Indies until after the war with the US starts. Yeah, I stole it. Stainless. Tales of Citizens recorded another episode 2 weeks ago, I want to say. Not this previous Sunday, but the one past. You can find it on the YouTube channel. You can find it on the talesofshow.com website. There's a link to the audio podcast feed there for the Star Citizen show. And let's see. This doesn't have yet a new thing. Let's give... So we're going to have the strategic reserve of our Stavka force in the north. And we'll have the strategic reserve of this force in the south. With the paratroops and the shock armies making up the middle. So, they took them over before the U.S. was at war. I thought the point was they attacked the U.S. because they knew when they went to war with the British that the U.S. would intervene. I thought that was the point. They did that like simultaneously with the attack on Pearl Harbor. We can modify our government again, which is good. We could pick an aircraft designer. Light aircraft designer gives our fighters a bonus. Heavy fighters and tactical bombers. There's none for close air support, unfortunately. So maybe we should be relying on tactical bombers, but I really would prefer strategic bomber. France has finally capitulated. All right, here's a question. Are we researching? No. I want to see if we research a fighter or something while we add this guy to it. Does the fighter get the benefit or not? But air research time minus 10% regardless. Or we could start looking at this. Armor Genius. I love this guy. We had a hard time not purging this guy, but we managed to make it happen. We basically had to have a civil war to keep this guy, I think. I'm pretty sure that's how that went. Now, look at this. We have even more civilian factories here. What is our desperate needed? All right, so we've got motorized. Motorin is... Okay, so let's add something to motorized. I think it's way behind down at the bottom here. There we go. And they are going to need some more rubber, which we can get. Oh, geez, look, now we need still tons of steel. Ugh. But let's get some more rubber from the United Kingdom if we can. There we go. And once our production excavation completes, we'll get tons of more steel. And I think what we're going to do, and for those of you that didn't see it yesterday... Uh-oh. There we go. Oh, switch to lag fighters. Good pick. Good pick. Yeah, we did just get those not too long ago. Oh, you know what we need? We need transport planes, or we can't do a paradrop. So let's get some transport plane production going. Once some more of these military factories come online, they'll start producing air transports for us. Look at my trade law. No, my trade law is fine. I like it the way it is. It's got an export focus. It's giving us a bunch of advantages. But the only thing we're actually low on is rubber. We don't produce any rubber. We have gobs of everything else. So when I complete excavation, we're going to get a huge boost to all the other things. That way I can keep the export law the way it is. I'm not sure about if you can run EU4 that you can definitely run HOI4. Ooh, Japan just grabbed Indochina, which is tons of rubber. That helps them out a lot, and huge amounts of tungsten. They definitely needed that rubber for their Air Force. Okay. So, yeah, no, I'm completely happy with my trade law being on export focus right now. Trotsky survives an assassination attempt. That is bad. Spanish national believed to have been in the employ of the NKVD. Alright. So, we've got some more army experience. Let's see what we can adjust here. Our shock army, do they have everything they need? I think they do. Our regular infantry... No. Our motorized infantry need... Oh, they got our anti-tank. Okay, good. Our armor division has tank destroyers as part of the division. I think I might want to swap out one more of these light tanks for medium tanks, though. So we'll have 4 medium tank battalions and 2 light tank battalions. That increases the breakthrough, the armor, the piercing, the hard attack, and the soft attack. Look at that soft attack. 324. That's insane. I'm sorry, Mr. Hab. Is there anything I can do for you? Can I name a division after you? One of my elite paratroop divisions, maybe? Perhaps?
Hey, wake up.
Uh-oh. What was that? Oh. Huh. I've been moved because I was idle for too long on my TeamSpeak saver. Okay. Easy enough. Okay, so yeah, let's, what do we have to do? This? There we go. Oops. There we go. Mr. Hab's Roughnecks. We'll see how they do. Now, to get some more army experience, which we could kind of use right now. Let's see. These guys are almost all really good. Boom! There we go. Boom goes the dynamite. We got ourselves an extra research slot. Very important. But I think right now the most important is to continue with the excavation thing. There's just so much to do. That's why I'm getting the improved computing machine, so I can get this research going faster. Alright, speed up to speed 4 again. Legionnaires Bulgaria joins the Axis. Okay, we gotta watch out for the Bulgarians. And our coup is coming close to a head here. National focus. Now, this is a good question. We've researched everything we can down here. We can do SMERSH if we're at war with this, with anybody. That gets rid of the Trotskyite plot purged, which is minus 5%. And then we can get partisan suppression reduction. Right now, where can we go? We can only do move the industry when we're at war. We can do social realism. All it does is give us a bunch of political power. It's not the worst thing in the world. We can do aviation cult to get extra air experience, as well as, yeah, let's do that. And then when we get Sturmoviks, we can use that air experience to build a better version of them. So for those of you that weren't here before, I actually am in the process of building what amounts to the the Stalin line here. This is my defense in-depth plan. And now, actually, I'm going to need to add a few. To this line, because Romania gave up. So we're going all the way from the south to the north. This is our plan. To have this as our fallback point. If we really start getting destroyed by the Germans as they come in, we're going to fall back to this line of fortifications. Some of them are already completed. Most of them are currently in the queue. Anything with the hashes are in the queue. But you can see little pieces of green here because the Stalin line focus gave me some stuff around here. Odessa, Kiev got fortified, and then this Minsk area up here got fortified up to this spot here. But you know what I just noticed? This is a small hole. I mean, it's across a river, which is great, so we don't need that many forts up there. How long does it take to build forts? Not awful long time. It's a lot faster than building factories. And luckily for me, I have a ridiculous amount of civilian factories, because the first thing I did was build basically 100 civilian factories. I'm also gaining 22 from trade from people buying all my exports, which is great. All right, so we've got excavation 1 and excavation 2. Once those are completed, our trade issue with the resources should go away because we're going to produce a bunch more. Yeah, if you can run Stellaris, you can definitely do it. Is there a benefit to exporting and then importing the same good? Yes, if the other people will kind of agree to do it. I mean, you get the benefits of having to export laws without any of the downsides of losing the resources. But you can't guarantee that people will be buying what you're selling. Oh, hang on. We've got military factories we have to assign somewhere. So transport planes are slowly gearing up. What are we farthest behind on? Heavy tank production, 229 days before the KV-1s are in every single one of our things here. But motorized is even further behind. Look at that. We need to get motorized going. Where's motorized? But they got no resources, actually, because the rubber never makes it down there. And the oil? Okay, I take it back. I'm actually thinking about making my research a thing now. I didn't realize we're now needing oil. Well, temporarily, we're going to import some oil. And some rubber. And maybe a little bit of tungsten. Because we do have plenty of civilian factories, and as soon as these research is complete, we'll have 20% increased production on all of our resources. Romanian People's Republic joins the... Wait, did that mean our coup succeeded? Oh, hang on, here it is. Romanian People's Republic. I think it fired. Yes. The coup has fired. And they, for some reason, joined the Allies. I don't know why. Why wouldn't they buddy up with us? I don't know. But let's see if we can send them volunteers. How many can we send? 1. We can send them 1 volunteer. Who do we send? One of our medium tank divisions, I think, right? I'm going to have them form their own group here, give them a panzer leader guy, and hope they can get over there in time to make a difference against the Romanians. Trickster's a great thing to have. Alright, I don't have a panzer leader, so I'll just give him Trickster. Alright, and this is army number 6, so send volunteers to the Romanian Civil War. And then send Lend-Lease to the Romanian Civil War. They're most likely going to need infantry equipment, and we can send them a whole bunch of our obsolete equipment 1. Although I probably don't want to give them that much because it's probably just going to go to waste. Let's give them 1,000. And we got a research slot opening up because we did just finish excavation. Next. Oh, this is difficult now. I think I do want the encryption, decryption situation going on here. But now let's take a look at our trade situation. We now have a surplus of a bunch of things, I believe, or should soon. Our oil production went up considerably, so that's good. We are going to need to trade for less of that. And let's slow this down. This is not a very big portion of the Romanian side. I don't think our force is going to get there in time, even though it's a crack medium tank division. When's it going to arrive? 25th of October. It's going to be like a week. DDX loss, good spot. Yes, there are 6 total research slots in the Soviet tree. However, 2 of them are mutually exclusive. I can never get to this research slot because I can't pick collectivist propaganda because I chose positive heroism, which leads to this extra research slot. This one is not a research slot, but rather just a research time speed up. So you have to get either this slot or that slot. You can't have both. Oh, just hang on there, Romania. We're coming. We're coming. You should have joined our group of cool guys. It's fighting a defensive war against the entire Axis faction. That's why they joined that faction, because we're not at war with the Axis. Oh, no. October 25th is not going to get there in time. Oh, no, no. Hang in there, Romania. Hang in there. Oh, we're not going to do it. Oh, well. I guess then, yep, there it is, capitulated. So the forces are on their way back. They didn't even get to they didn't even get to step foot on the ground before it was game over. Yeah, let's see. We did get Republican Spain. What's their invite to faction thing? It's minus 20 right now. We did have them... Ooh, the fall of Hong Kong. They do like us an awful lot. We improved relations with them for a long time. Let's check out the fall of Hong Kong. So some naval invasions here by the Japanese, but they're losing the land war. Look at this. China is insane. So Operation Zet. It seems unlikely that Mao and his brand of communism will prevail in China. We should strive to improve relations with Chiang, the ridiculously anachronistic empire of Japan is bound to collapse soon anyway. Operation Zet. Japan hates us and China likes us more. Hello, J.D. Lorman. Who's in my faction? Right now, it's just the starting... Oop, Greece is under attack by Italy. Not terribly anti-historical. They did that in spring of 41. They went into Yugoslavia and Greece. So who's in my faction? Let's check the faction map mode here quick. So I've got like the Mongolians, and that's pretty much it in my faction. I'm trying to get Spain to join the Comintern. I was trying to get Romania to join the Comintern as well. It did not work out. Maybe I can get Sweden. That could be the next one we try to coup, guys. Sweden. First, we need to boost party popularity for a while. Oh, free military factories again. What to increase? Motorized is now on track for 72 days. Heavy tanks on track for 201 days. Self-propelled artillery is going to be okay. Medium tanks 56 days before they are back. All right, so maybe we'll build another line of heavy KV-1s. Where is it? We want the good one, Mark 1. And we'll do this with it. The rubber is still a problem, which is unfortunate. Because I thought I had that taken care of, but maybe we need 5 factories to guarantee our rubber supply now. Ugh. Alright, we're going to get more steel, more tungsten, and more... Well, more steel is the only thing that matters now, coming with this research completion of Excavation 2. Then we're going to go for Excavation 3. Well, there is a hard mode for the game, which does definitely make it harder. But so far, it looks like, it's been a walk in the park taking out Finland. I feel like the purges, you know what it was? Here's what I think you need to do to balance the Soviet Union to make it a little bit harder for the player. There needs to be some penalty or some restriction to going straight to war economy as the first thing you do in the game. It's way too easy. It's literally just 150 political power. It's the most obvious thing you could possibly do. And it takes you from, early mobilization? Or even I think it starts a civilian economy, which is all these penalties to all of these bonuses in just one fell swoop. It needs to cost more political power to do that. It should cost 150 political power per step. It should cost 450 to go to war economy. That's a cost that would actually make you think twice before doing it immediately. That's what should happen. If I was to do a mod, that's the first thing I'd do to balance out the game at the moment. It's way too easy for this communist to do that. I mean, you could make it so the fascists can do it much faster. But it's like I never felt the crunch that I'm supposed to be feeling. I'm already geared up where I feel like I'm producing things at 1944 levels. But I don't know. Maybe Germany's producing much more. We can take a look here. We could do more air experience. Good. So we don't have very good decryption, but what do we know about Germany? That they have 134 to 188 factories, plus 135 to 189. So they have about the same number of factories as us, maybe a few more. We have 321. They have about 300. Our information's not very good. They have between 100 and 300 divisions. Yeah. That's not terribly valuable. But that's why we're researching decryption. And we're going to keep researching decryption. We're going to get faster research here soon. Well, Pingin, I'm actually really excited to try out the multiplayer aspect of this game, because I feel like this is going to be some of the best multiplayer you've ever seen in a Paradox game, to be honest. What do you mean it seems to be fixed in the final release? Ah. Yeah, I could have sworn that it used to cost 150 per stage for those laws to go from one side to the other. The British are landing in Sardinia and Sicily. Interesting. So, let's go get some more decryption, shall we? So we can see more closely what Germany's doing. Right now, we can't see their focus even. Speed it up again. And let's go through our armies and see which ones need exercise. The Romanian borders are all green. They can exercise for a little while. These guys are all pretty good. These guys are trained. They're not regulars, though. And I kind of want my paratroopers to be really good, so we'll have them exercise. We've got a lot of regulars in this group, but a lot of untrained guys too, but I'll hold off on that. What about our elite troops here? Where did our one division that we sent over there go? Usually it comes back in its own army, but it's not here. That's interesting. Okay, so I'm just trying to redeploy these guys in a way that makes sense. Our Mech Division 2. Whoa, okay, low supplies. That's a problem. Yeah, this is running out of space on the border. Only 54 supply weight, so let's add some... And you actually see, when you hover over it, it shows the red 46 is what the problem is. So, we'll add some infrastructure to that to make sure that doesn't happen in the future. Skipping one stage should cost 450. Wow. Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons I've just been doing so ridiculously well, because you go from having these horrible penalties to these huge bonuses in your construction of your factories and stuff, and that just allowed me to get huge numbers of factories early on. So let's take the construction down a notch. Yeah, the AI hasn't been terrible so far. I'm not sure about how the faction balance is. Ooh, there's a naval invasion here from the British, it looks like, that are liberating pieces of France. I wonder if that means that the French can start producing again. Like, what does it take for a country to come back into existence? There's got to be a way for that to happen. They do have a port. They have a port here, so that allows them to get supplies. The Pas de Calais, though, is trapped. They didn't get to the port. So let's look at our paratroopers here. If we were to start planning a paradrop. This is not a valid province. Please move mouse cursor over the marked area. Zero divisions will be assigned. Maybe we don't have enough transport planes yet. We have 9 transport planes. Do we need enough for the entire division? I don't know how many transport planes are needed. Wish I knew. Oh, we have more military factories that are coming online. 133 days to get our KV-1 tanks, but we want to put them in our shock armies too. So we're going to need even more production of KV-1s. Boom. Which requires even more steel. Let's trade for some more. From the German Reich. Who better to trade steel from? The USSR doesn't have any easy way or focuses to become democracy. Let's build Far East fortifications just to make things a little bit easier over there. So we're trying to alleviate the supply situation in here when we have so many divisions on the border. This one in particular is a problem. This one's not great either. And I know fighting's going to be heavy around Minsk. Especially because... Actually, all of our units are going to be lined up behind there. It's not a bad idea to get some more infrastructure along our fortified border, so when we... If we do have to fall back, we'll be able to fall back en masse. Let it go. Oh, we got a bunch of guys training right now. I got a bunch of air experience from when we finally start researching the Sturmovik. I could change the lag. Oh, there's our decryption. I'm going to start on construction 3 so that we can get more excavation, because this is killing us. We have... I think I'll change the laws. I've benefited from the export-focused trade law, but I'm going to change it soon. By the way, we're still a volunteer-only army. We have 5 million manpower. We still have volunteer-only. Oh, okay, thank you, Kohler. You have to deploy the airplanes in the specific air base. Transport planes. Now, let's see what happens if we try to plan an airdrop. I don't know how many are needed. Please move the mouse cursor over a marked area or existing paradrop plans. Location must have an airbase with some transport planes in it. Oh, hang on. I gotta let them actually move there. Yeah, they're deploying still. There we go. So now if we choose paradrop... Oops. Oh, I hate that. When you have selections chosen for things like this, it should never accidentally click on the air thing. Ah, yeah, there we go. Okay. So we'll have the paratroopers kind of try to coalesce on Warsaw, I think. No divisions and 11 transports. Legionnaires, Bulgaria has capitulated. Bulgaria capitulated to who? The United Kingdom? Greece was fighting Bulgaria, and the United Kingdom gave... Wow, this is being rough for the Axis right now, and I haven't even joined in. we'll have them start planning that, so that when that happens, we'll send all those poor paratroopers to their deaths. Probably. Where's our deploy? Are we deploying new paratroopers, or did we give up on that? We gave up on the paratroopers. We turned them off. 8 was good, is what we decided. We still have a bunch of shock armies and armor divisions. We don't have any motorized divisions being built. There's our excavation. That'll help. What's our trade looking like now? Now we've got a huge surplus of steel, so let's adjust our steel. We don't need to be taking so much from the German Reich. Boom. And we're trading tungsten. We don't need to be. From British Raj. Bring that down. And we're trading for oil, and we don't need to be trading for all that oil. There we go. Land doctrine, guys? I think it's land doctrine time. And we got another slot with more decryption, more encryption, or computing machine. Yeah, let's try to get more... We're so behind. I feel like I'm so behind in research because the purge slows you down so much. How does reliability work? That's an interesting question. I can attack Germany when the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact ends, which I believe is up here somewhere. Yeah. June 14th, I am actually allowed to attack Germany. The fall of Cairo. Oh, so the Italians are doing something valuable. Look at that. The British have been too busy navally invading Germany and shutting down Bulgaria. They have lost Cairo. And the French haven't been doing great in North Africa. Alexandria is surrounded. They almost get the Suez here. If they could get the Suez, that would be a big boon. Because if, well, let's see about Republican Spain wanting to join our faction. Still nothing. Oh, yes, no, we're allowed to send... Oh, that's Lend-Lease. I'm looking at the entirely wrong thing. Minus 20 still. If they're at war or we're at war, maybe that gets better. I don't know. I don't know how to make them want to like us more. Maybe if I guarantee their independence. Look at that. They like us better now? Not enough. Alright. Did we start boosting party popularity in Sweden? We did that, right? Yes, it's been slowly increasing. That's good. Free military factories. Still. I got just a ridiculous ton of them. What's our upgrades? Our infantry equipment is still woefully behind, as is our light tank. What is our light tank production here? Are we producing a light tank? Medium, medium. There's our light. Let's increase our light tank production. We're getting a decent amount of Lag 3 fighters. I really want to get Sturmovix produced. And soon. What's the status? Transport planes are still being built. Toad anti-tank is filled. Oh, there's just so many research choices I want to make. Yeah, artillery too. It's on the list. It's on the list with everything else. The whole diversion into the excavation tree really was not expecting that. The British are being pushed out of Bulgaria again. This must be Germany intervening there. The Axis now includes all of those nations. And they are at the Suez. And I think they, of course, includes Japan, who is almost entirely pushed out of China. Siam joined the Axis? Interesting. Did not know. Alright, so our research time has been increased. We could start the nuclear reactor, but I'm not going to start that. Oops. Radio increases our reinforce rate, which is good. But artillery, I think. Artillery 2 needs to be a thing. And I think we should start on concentrated industry or assembly line production. Yeah. All right, June, guys. June is when the offensive begins. Do you think we can do it? When are we getting all our KV-1s finished? 66 days. April, May. June, we're going to have all our KV-1s. Our shock armies are also going to need KV-1s, by the way, but we'll hold off on that for now. Let's build another line of KV-1s. Because we're going to need more than just... There we go. We're going to need more than just fulfillment. We need a bunch extras for afterward. Once the fighting starts, you take heavy attrition. You need more and more stuff. The game's been very good. I like all of the systems. There's been nothing that really bothers me except a small quality of life issue. When you're giving orders, like you're trying to draw a line or something, and you accidentally click on an air or naval base, it will, instead of ignoring it while you're drawing something, it'll say, oh, is that what you wanted? No, that's not what I wanted. Shut up. Let's start researching war with Germany. Oh, we can't do that until after the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact is not in effect, so we can't declare war on them until after the summer is almost all the way over. Yeah, synthetic oil is not a bad thing. That's also on the list. It can't... There's too many things on the list. Let's get socialist realism. I think because Germany's just having so much trouble with the Allies right now, that they might just be a pushover. We'll see. I mean, let's see what we see for their details now. They have 202 to 280 total divisions. Actually, I don't know how many divisions we have. We have 183. So we have about parity with them, but they're spread all over the damn place. I mean, Greece is still winning the war here against Italy. They took all of Albania from Italy. What's Italy's details? Not an awful lot of factories, but I guess it's better than nothing. It says I have a ton of airplanes available in reserves. Well, let's put some fighters up here. Not the interwar fighters either. One of these large numbers. It's still not going to have the best possible things that we can have happen, but... yeah, look, there's a significant reduction in their capacity to do, because Fighter 2s are much better for offensive war with air bases that are far away from the front. We'll add a bunch more fighters here also. These guys are slightly better, 72% effectiveness, because this airbase is closer to the majority of this air zone than this one is. We could throw some guys on defense here, too. We have so many fighters. These guys will be here on an air superiority mission. We'll have a few fighters in the back here, just in case we start getting pushed back. Air superiority mission here. What about down here? Let's get these guys, get some fighters. 400 seems good. And then, where do we send them? I mean, we send them to the Northern Balkans, where they'd be extremely inefficient? I guess so. And then we'll send some more. Another 400. I feel like 400 is the minimum you want to be able to do anything against majors in terms of air power. Oh, you can see the forts. There they are. There's the start of the Stalin line there. No divisions on that one, huh? Well, that's fine. Germany has how many planes, you want to know? Between 2,000 and 3,000 air forces, airplanes. We have 3,800. But theirs are probably superior. We can invite Sing-Kang to our faction? Interesting. Well, of course. The more, the merrier. The real question is, how come we can't invite Mao to our faction? Oh, because he's in the other faction, the Chinese United Front. I mean, Sing-Kang itself, what does it have? 0 slots, 3 slots, 9 slots, 3 slots. So yeah, there's a thing that you can use to demand Sing-Kang, I think. But we'll invite them to the faction instead. They can help bolster our defenses there. We could also justify war against Iran. They might have the resources that we want. They at least have the oil. Yeah, I invaded Finland and it was super easy, which, again, it would have been harder if I didn't have that war economy thing, which if that's fixed on a day one patch, then that fixes a lot of the ease of this particular play. In retrospect, I probably should have just not, although I didn't know for sure that they were going to be changing that, but I probably should have just not done that. Now, what's this? The Swedes and the... Oh my god, the Germans are lining up on there. Okay. Well, that's a little bit of a problem. Let's take some... Yeah. Oh, we finally got improved artillery, huh? Okay. And we'll give them a commander. There was a commander that had a winter specialty, but I think we're using him somewhere else. So we'll give these guys reconnaissance? Sure. And then we need to deploy some guys up there. Because I can't allow... Oh, those are Finns, actually, aren't they? Or Norwegians? Norwegians. I actually think I need to have these deploying. We got 39 and 36. Let's deploy here. And then I'll build one new set of infantry division to go and defend against the Finns. Or the Norwegians. Damn it. Alright, so that will get reinforced over time. Now, we need new research, and I need to change around some other stuff. So, jeez, there's so much to do. So little time. Encryption wouldn't be bad. I also wouldn't mind a radio. Don't want to get... What, you get... Yeah, we could get heavier tanks. We could get super heavy IS-7s, but I have to imagine those take even longer to build than the KV-1s. Production cost 30 versus 27 versus 100! 100 to produce the super heavy tank! Holy cow. We can produce 3 KV-1s for every IS-7, is what that comes down to. And let's see the difference here. Breakthrough is massively increased. Defense goes up a little bit. Hardness goes up. Hard attack goes way up. Soft attack goes up. Armor goes way up. Piercing goes way up. But how do we compare that to this? That's a nice middle ground. The regular IS. What is that? That's the Joseph Stalin tank, right? 144 days, and then we can switch our lines over. Yeah, I think we could do it. Let's start looking at heavy tanks of a superior model. Okay, so now that we did that, what was I going to do? Go into my artillery and change it over to artillery 2 and massively increase the number that we're producing. Because we need to replace all that outdated equipment. Now, let's use this option to change our focus from export focus to limited exports. Yeah. We're going to lose our boost to research time and factory output, but I think it's okay. Because now I can have a lot of my civilian factories stop being trading away. So, we do that. Now we have a huge surplus on steel. We can stop trading completely and still have a huge surplus on steel. As far as oil is concerned, we can stop trading completely and still have a huge surplus on oil. And as far as tungsten is concerned, looks like we still need some tungsten. Yep, we still need to import a bit of tungsten. So where could we get tungsten from? Wrong map. Turkey has a ridiculous amount of chromium. Look at that. If only we didn't also produce a ridiculous amount of chromium. Let's see. Does Sweden have tungsten? Sweden has tungsten. But right now they don't like us very much, which is why we're trying to coup them. Sinkang has no tungsten. Afghanistan has a tiny, tiny amount of tungsten. Mongolia, no tungsten. China, no tungsten. Yeah, Japan is getting completely destroyed in this game. So I don't have to worry about the Far East at all. But the British have lost North Africa. The Italians have forces across the Suez. I had an arty line that I didn't upgrade. Hang on. Which one? Starting at the top, going down. That's towed anti-tank. Improved artillery. Improved artillery. No, I got them both. I think you were looking at the anti-tank one here. Invade Afghanistan. Yeah, that's worked out well in the past. Although, yeah, no. How about not? Can we not? I think we cannot. So how close are we to getting our... Oh, look at this! Look at this! Everything's positive. We now have extra surplus heavy tanks, which we are then directly going to put into our shock divisions, our shock armies. And some support anti-tank. Let's give an actual anti-tank in there. And, oh, we're already over the limit. That's too much. Okay, 30, we'll be able to do this exact setup here very shortly. So we'll come back to that. Modifying the government can happen again. So, let's see. War economy is exactly where we want to be. Prince of Terror, ideological crusader. Same ideology opinion, plus 20%. Trade deal opinion factor, communist revolutionary. Ah, he was purged. Daily fascism support. Nope. What's our chief of air force able to do? We only have one option, the ground support guy. Oh, okay. He's the only one that wasn't purged. And now our national focus tree, we're running out of things to do. We no longer get the effects of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Ah! That means we want to do war with Germany. There it is. It's researching. Nippon Steel is weak to paper tigers. Ah, yes. I see what you did there. So as soon as this is done, that's 70 days. So that's close to fall. We might wind up basically attacking the German Reich in the autumn of 41. I don't know if it's a good idea, mind you. Right now they have no troops there. Denmark has capitulated. Norway's in the Axis, right? Yeah. Oh, they're in the Allies. I see. I thought they had already joined the Axis. I'm thinking of a different one. Where's this Tunatuva? There it is. So we're going to try to annex them eventually. They'll give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 military factories and a bunch of civilian factories as well. So now we have almost finished adding a bunch of extra military factories, and we are... Ooh, construction 2 is good. Let's concentrated industry 4. Get our production continuing to climb. Damn it, I keep forgetting to get the Sturmovik. I want it, and I keep forgetting to get it. And I think I do. I want to take the time to go and get it. We've even got a speed boost. It'll only be 60 days. So we need to start producing close air support ASAP. And meanwhile, we're getting close to the point where we need to actually invade. So let's get these guys and give them a target. Their target's going to be get over this river ASAP. Actually, no, that's going to be a job for the very specific motorized and mechanized divisions. Our general infantry needs to have a different target. Just hold this southern part of the line. Get to this river and then hold it. That's their goal. The northern infantry, their goal is to get to the same river but further along. Because by the time we get there, the hope is that we can get there before the might of the German army turns around to fight us. Meanwhile, where's our spearheads? This group needs one of these armored divisions to go to it. And how come... Oh. Yeah. So we should have a bunch of armored divisions somewhere back here that never got added. Yep. That's good. Okay, now we need to slow down production on those armored divisions. And instead start producing some motorized divisions to go into there. Because... actually, I don't know why. Why do I do that? Because these ones have some anti-tank and some entrenchment. I mean, if we look at this... Can we look at both of them simultaneously? That would be nice. No. We can go back and forth, though. So, our motorized has 47 organization to 27. So they're going to be much better at holding, I think. Yeah, the motorized are much better at holding than the armored division is. It's much better at attacking. So yeah, we'll try to train up some motorized next. And have them also join. Ugh, I wish I could just... Ugh. Have them join there. Alright, so these guys are going to be done training by November. That's a little ways away. We might have to deploy them early, a la Daniel strategy. Yeah, I do need more down there, don't I? Let's deploy... a few more to this front. And we'll deploy a few more... to this front. They are actually moving to the border now. That's a little discouraging. The good news is these guys are all trained up. Stop exercising. These guys are mostly trained up. We decided not to exercise them. Stop exercising the paratroops. They're all done. I have this... Oh, these are my garrisons for when I need them later. Let's make them part... Cancel non-aggression pact? What? You dare? So we'll put another one on the western front here. Dang it. And the garrison force will have a commander. He's just not going to be very good because I don't care. And the garrison needs a yellow color. What isn't really being used right now? Maybe a crappy white. Yeah, that's good. Now we got a research slot. I did the Sturmovix. War with Germany is now possible. Land doctrine is being researched. Artillery could get improved right now. Our national focus could give us what? Something else. Soon. Operation Zet, then annexing them for the extra factories. Not a bad idea. Available war goal. Alright, people. I am going to... Turkey's not in the Axis, right? No. Alright. I'm going to do what you said. I'm going to take my mountain army. Wherever they are. Nope. Mountain army. They are going to get split up. And sent to the Romanian border. And the Hungarian border for now to bolster their numbers. And now we need to give some solid goals here for our other units, and then we'll start the fight in late August. So we're going to give them these three provinces to line up on, and then we're going to give them a goal of getting where? Try to force Hungary to collapse. No, it's not letting me do it. Interesting. What if I do this? There we go. So we'll try to force Slovakia to collapse, and then force Hungary to collapse. Will it do that? No? I wonder why. Unit cannot enter province. Well, yeah, I know. But that doesn't stop us from preparing, does it? Oh well, that'll be the start. Try to force these guys to collapse. And then we might even be able to turn up into Prague. But that's their main goal. Meanwhile, the other guys, there's not many of them yet, but we're going to have them go along and try to capture Danzig. So a small front here. No, I don't like that front. We want them to be over that river. We don't want them to start behind it. Start here. It's a little further back, but it's across the river. Then your goal is to get across this river to Danzig. Actually, no, a little further. Let's hedge our bets here. Get to there ASAP. And then we've got the shock armies. Those might just go straight down the middle. Or do you think we should use the shock armies against the miners down here to force them to collapse quickly? That might not be bad. Although I do have a feeling the shock armies are going to be needed up here. I was thinking we would just do a holding action against these guys while we pushed really hard up here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's stick with that plan. Shock armies are going to be right here. And their goal is just going to be to push straight down the center and reinforce this border in the center. Once we get to these rivers, we'll be in pretty good shape. That's the goal. So shock armies, actually get those divisions. And the paratroops are ready to jump onto Warsaw as soon as that starts. They are not on the Hungarian border. What are you talking about? That's why you think I can't go in here, because they're not on the Hungarian border? Interesting. Once we go to war, that'll probably be resolved. So they'll start by trying to collapse Slovakia, and then they'll go down to Hungary. Now, this needs definitely some motorized divisions ASAP, and it's currently in production, and they're currently in training. But they're going to be a little green. I don't like doing that, but they will be the case. Let's see. These guys here. Can't I... Ugh. Click to assign to a deployment order. I hate that you have to choose an order. I can't just choose an army, but okay. That's why I have to create these little things just as temporary positions for them to wait. Whoops, there we go. Oh my god! What am I doing? Sturmovik is good. Oh, it's already on there because, okay, it's silver. That's why I just didn't change a lot. So we got the Sturmovik. We got decent fighters. These ones are very difficult to get to. Don't need naval bombers. I think we're good there. We could choose battlefield support, I think, is what we want to start going down to give us better air support mission efficiency. But what else are our options here? What about our infantry tech? We definitely need support weapons and improved infantry equipment ASAP. Our war goal against them expires next 2 years from now. Oh, jeez. And the goal is to puppet them. All right. Upgrade the shock army. Yes, you were right. I had that planned out, and then I never actually did it. Edit to give them heavy tanks, right? And we also wanted to give them anti-tank. What was the goal? I can't remember now. Infantry, anti-tank. That's just enough to do it. So we're short heavy tanks now to upgrade completely our shock armies, but that'll be changed in a few days. We had enough in storage. The IS is still taking a long time to get researched. As soon as this mechanized offensive is ready, I think that's when we're starting to declare war. Yep, that's what we're going to do. We're a little behind in other things, and in fact, we will need to add some production here for the Sturmovik if we want any close air support. We have plenty of air. We could make the Sturmovik amazing. Increase its operational range by 1. Engine by 2. Attack by a lot. Nope, too far. Yep, way too far. Damn. Maybe the range isn't that necessary? The reliability goes so far down, though. There we go. Reliability, attack, and engine gives us better ground attack, better max speed, and better air attack. We don't get better range, but 1,000 kilometers is pretty good. Pretty good to start with. So now we can choose to build the Sturmovik Mark I. And I need to build a ridiculous crap ton of them. So, what can we back off on? What do we have a lot of? A lot of extra transport planes. Decent amount, not a lot. Fighters, we have 1,000 left, but that's actually not a lot of fighters. Let's see. Light tanks. We can probably back off whatever light tank production we got going on here. Yeah, that'll do. Our improved artillery definitely needs everything it can get. Our heavy tanks need everything they can get. I think we're still short on upgrading our infantry equipment. Is that right? Yeah, our infantry equipment needs both of these going at max production because it's still way, way, way behind. What about support equipment? We're up 8,000 support equipment. That's quite a lot. I'm going to back off 1 factory on support equipment and send that to the Sturmoviks. 3 Sturmoviks per month. That's going to be enough. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. We do have 228,000 infantry equipment. It's just crappy infantry equipment. Our motorized is doing okay. Our towed artillery is doing okay, but it's all crappy towed artillery. Okay. Yeah, you can keep playing after 1948. But yeah, you're supposed to win by 1948, or do what you're supposed to do by 1948. I don't think you can get achievements after 1948, for example. You can find out some things about the enemy with intel. Somebody's asking about the intel system. It works basically like this. In the research tree, there are these 2 things. There's decryption, 1, 2, and 3. And then there's encryption, 1, 2, and 3. If your decryption is higher than the enemy's encryption, you'll see more information about them, including their national focuses, what they've researched so far in their national focuses, what unit compositions are. Like, sometimes you'll have units just along your border, and you can see that there are units along your border, but instead of saying, oh, there's 1 division here, 1 division here, 2 divisions there, it'll just say, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, and you won't know what they are. You won't know if it's an infantry division or an armored division. So I have some decryption, which is why I can see that information. Or the Finns have no encryption, which is another opportunity. I have 2 decryption, yeah. And next I'm going to try to get encryption and decryption and encryption so I can have that war won. We're also getting close to the nuke reactor benefit there. And we're getting our mechanized offensive finished in 12 days. When that happens, that's the day we start the war. We've got planning bonuses, I think, on everybody. These guys actually don't have a planning bonus, but they are just supposed to be defending anyway. And they actually need even more men. Oh, hang on. We have an overlap here. That should help. Can we get some... We can't deploy these yet. Dang it. I would like to deploy them just to have some extra units down there. Here's what I can... I'm a little concerned about that southern front. You guys are right. You know what? I'm not concerned about Japan anymore. So these guys are all going to get redeployed. Siberian troops, ahoy. Before we declare, the Siberians will come over. Because, I mean, just look. Just look. Japan is gone. China's not going to invade us. Japan is completely kicked off of the mainland except for, what is this, Hong Kong? Hong Kong. They lost all of the Indochina. Yeah, they just got completely beat. That might be one of the reasons the Allies are doing so well, is because they haven't lost any major territory over here. They haven't had a hard time fighting over there. So, invading the German Union here might be a little too easy. But if we do wind up with this game being over fairly quickly, we'll start another one as Germany and see how we can do. What happened in the Civil War in Romania? Unfortunately, right after we started our coup, the Romanians had their own mini coup because we took Bessarabia, so the fascist party took over, and they went super fascist, so we lost a lot of that communist support that we would have had, and they lost the war very quickly. Before my volunteers could even get over there, they had lost the war. So what's the status of these motorized divisions that we want going into the new... Can we deploy them? Their training is very weak. We'll keep them training until right before that we need to start the war. And I'm going to change this color so it's not this doesn't match exactly the same as the others here. We'll make them a nice bright pink. What is this? This is Army 4. Oh, paratroop. Dang it. I have to turn that off. And then Romanian, Polish. This is no longer the Romanian. It is the Romanian border. Okay. This is Army Group North. Oh, what is this? The Romanian guy is no longer very good. We need a field marshal for that. So we're probably just going to promote the guy that's currently leading them because we don't have any other fours to promote anyway. So who is this guy? Leonid Gororov? Yeah, we'll promote him. There we go. So now everybody's good. We've got the garrison force has its own thing. The paratroopers have theirs. And the paratroopers should actually be down here in the Stavka front. Because these are our three mainline infantry. We have about 30 to 40 divisions in each. So we basically got Army Group North, Army Group Center, and Army Group South holding that front. We've also then got our Mechanized Army South, our Mechanized Army North, and then we've got our, there we go, our Shock Army. Oh, well, hang on. Which one's the Shock Army? Shock Army is there. Our Mechanized Army North is unfortunately under strength. The Shock Army is about to hit its maximum now that I look at it, so I should stop all extra deployment to that. We'll deploy one guy to the Shock Army now, and then we will start a new... So Shock Army is now going to be deploying in Minsk, and we'll form a new army with them so that we can keep that nice 24 bonus. And let's see. What else? Where is everybody else? This guy's going to purple. Purple are the Finnish theater. That's right. I'm sending guys up to the Finnish theater just in case something happens up there, because it's kind of thin. And these guys are all about to deploy to the Northern Mechanized Army. And these guys are also about to deploy to the Northern Mechanized Army. They're not going to be very well trained, so my Northern Mechanized Force is going to be a lot less trained than my Southern. Promoted General in the Western Front. Is that what I just did? Yeah, you guys are a little behind. Or the chat is a little behind. Yeah, good idea. Let's check all of our Air Force situations here. I have naval bombers in Leningrad I could care less about. Where are these tactical bombers? They're ready to go into... Okay, so they're here. They're ready to go into Western Poland. Right? Transports are standing by. Good. Now that I've figured out that this shows what airbase they're in and what area they're currently set up to fight, that's good. Fighters in Leningrad for Finland? No, those guys aren't supposed to be there. Let's have you reassigned to... I think this center airbase is really the best one. And then do the same thing for the other one that was up there. Actually, I should have just selected them both. Mechanized offensive, there it is. We're ready. Fighters. Oh, we're over the airbase capacity here. We can't take any more. That's a problem. Okay, how about we have these guys reassigned to this airbase? What does that mean, though, I wonder? Alright, so let's just reduce the number of these guys until we're under the limit. There we go, perfect. Where's the rest of our air power? Central Russia. Oh, geez, that's when we had the Civil War. They're still over there. 800 of 800 airplanes, 400 of 600 airplanes. So we can have them go over there. That's actually over the limit for that port airbase. Send the rest back to the reserves. Okay. The next research slot, we could go down land. Or we actually need the infantry. Support weapons 3 is very valuable, and it needs to happen. IS is close to being done. Our situation here is we have enough of everything. We're not producing... What do we not have in huge quantities? Our heavy tanks are not in huge quantities. Our towed artilleries need massive upgrades. Like, if we look at this... Why am I... I'm not still sending stuff to the People's Republic, am I? No. I think I am. Modify Lend-Lease. Yeah, stop sending them. Oh my god, I didn't realize we were sending them monthly basic equipment. I thought we sent that once. Yeah. Don't take my basic equipment, you dogs. What's my infantry equipment look like now? We have 158,000 weapons, 1. We still have 353 basic equipment. We have almost no weapon 2s because they are currently being divvied up. You can have jets and nukes at the end game. That is in there. Okay. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the chat. Can you show the factions so you can see the current state of affairs? Sure. We'll do that right before we do the big war here. So the Comintern, of course, the Chinese United Front is here. Allies are here. The Axis have successfully taken most of North Africa, but it looks like they're getting a pushback here. The Axis are about to get their shit pushed in. Although, yeah, it looks like the Italians were cut off here. So the British have made a bit of a comeback there. I think we've got the situation under control here. Looking at the air situation, we have 929 air superiority fighters 151 close air support and 151 strategic bombing. I think that's all of our tactical bombers are using that. We don't have any real close air support. We're just going to go for air superiority. You know, we could use some fighters down here, right? Let's see. What do we have? Oh, we do have 800. We have 800 fighters in this air zone. I kind of think they could make the air zones a little more distinct on the air map mode. It's hard to see them. Slovakia is its own, Czechoslovakia is its own giant air zone that I don't have anything assigned to. Okay, it's currently transporting. I'll let this transport, and then I will change its number to be 300-ish. There we go. So now, we have a lot of air superiority here. We have a decent amount there, and we have a decent amount here. But what about in the Balkans? We have nothing down there. Let's create another air wing with some fighters. Can we fit all these guys here? No, Bessarabia is maxed out. Yeah, we should have built up some extra air bases, huh? Let's try splitting this in half. 200-ish. We'll continue on its current mission, and we'll get another 200. And have them split. You can't set the limit lower than the number of air... Oh my god, that's retarded. There we go. So now we have a second one they're going to deploy, and as soon as they're done deploying, we're going to start the war here. This is my first major invasion. You have to give me time. Eastern Balkans, that's where I want them to be. They're there. We've got superiority in that front as needed. And we're good to go. Just in case we start getting fights back here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing this. We're doing this. I got to deploy those guys out of training. Don't want to forget that. Where are the motorized? I'm still lend-leasing to the Romanian People's Republic. No, how do I turn that off? No legal transport path. I guess it's not happening. All right, we're going to deploy all of these, even though they're not quite trained. The Northern Front needed it. And to be honest, these armored divisions are almost fully trained, and they are also going to go help out that Northern Front. All right, we've got 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and then we'll have this go one time. All right. Declaring war with Germany, our focus is to puppet them. We'll call in our allies for what it's worth. And go. Germany has called Slovakia as our enemy. Soviet Union has declared war on blah, blah, blah. I can invite a faction. Republican Spain. For some reason, it's very easy to get them to come in once this happens. So now we're going to have them come in. Spanish opinion, Soviet Union, world tension. Oh, they feel threatened towards Germany, and because I'm in a war with Germany, they're willing to join my faction. That's why. Okay, so we'll invite them to the faction. Whoa, a lot of stuff just happened when I undid that. Okay, now, can we get Spain to join our call to arms? They will accept. Yes. Boom, Spain is in the war. Oh, these guys are screwed. Yeah, okay, so now we're going to trigger all of these things to start. Low supply. Oh my god, I can't believe these guys are still making their way over to the Romanian border. I didn't wait long enough. Oh, no. Yeah, they do have a lot of national unity. We'll see. Air wings with no mission. I don't care. Enemy has air superiority in the Northern Balkans. Really? We have 200 active fighters. They have none? Or they have 200 active fighters. We have none. That's going to change in a few seconds. I think. We have 600 on air superiority missions here, so that should change. Why are these guys not actually flying? Right? Am I confused? Enemy fighters? Our fighters. But we have the mission right here. I know they can reach. Let's execute all the orders and we'll see what happens. And we need our paratroopers to execute, to try and drop on Warsaw. We have nothing in our way, so this is probably not completely necessary, but I'm going to do it anyway. Execute, 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 execute. All our missions are go. And the guys down here, they're just going to hold until those Siberian reinforcements can make it. I mean, the AI's concerns are always a thing. Oh, we break the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Army experience goes up. The treaty has served its purpose. Current experience capped. So I don't know why we gain army experience for breaking the pact, but okay. Oh! Our paratroopers dropped into Warsaw, and their organization started really low for some reason. Is that how it always is when paratroopers drop in? I need you to relieve them. And we're losing this fight because our organization is so low. So how's the air thing now? It's okay, now we have 547 planes. They have 1,000 support planes in the Northern Balkans. That's insane. Time to bring in some more fighters, gentlemen. I'll bring in all my interwar fighters. I don't care. Let's just get some more fighters there. They're going to be crap, but I don't care. This is one thing I can't stand. I can't give these guys an order until they deploy, which is a huge pain, because I want to go watch the rest of the fight, but I have to sit here waiting. Or I have to remember to come back. What are these things on the top of the screen? Ask for military access request from France. Yeah, how are you going to access from me? China wants a non-aggression pact? Absolutely. Resistance to occupation is high in Lublin. Okay, well, why would that be when we have units there? We got boots on the ground. So screw you guys. These guys are still deploying. Come on now. Get to Bessarabia. Alright, there we go. Superiority. We'll get a ton more resources down there. We have air superiority all over here. The Northern Balkans, I don't know how they have so many fighters. So many planes in general. Alright, so we're now going to win this fight in Warsaw, which is great. We've got the shock troops arriving. We've got motorized arriving. They're relieving the paratroopers. So they had apparently... So yeah, look at this. They're slowly trying to get to the front, but we are just going to be charging through. Now if I select my Southern Spearhead troops... Oh, wait a minute. One division. They're all supposed to be on this. God damn it. That sucks. Okay. Now let's give them a new order to swing down and take Bucharest once they get there. That's exactly what I want them to do. And I want them to do it immediately. That's not paratroopers. I don't want them. I want these guys. That's the shock army. These guys. There we go. So as soon as they get here, they'll go. I could also have them wait and plan and then go for Bucharest. Did my extra guys come in from there? Yes. And I've got... These are my garrison forces. So they're going to stay back there for now. Shock Army 2 is being built over here, slowly but surely. They're going to be kept in reserve. Non-aggression pact from all these guys? Sing Kang wants to send expeditor. Sure. South Africa... This is like the AI just asking for... Norway wants to move through our territory. France wants to move through our territory. Okay. Back on. Oh my god, the thing's really crunching now. Our poor paratroopers are still trying to get in there. Battle plans with no divisions assigned. Well, that's because those are fallback points that no longer matter. Alright, we're making decent progress so far. All these battles are going in our favor because there was no resistance on the battle line. How's our air war going? Northern Balkans is now finally under our control. They pulled back a ton of support planes, apparently. We're going to need to move our fighters up soon. Air ace. Excellent. Missing equipment production. Tactical bombers. No, I don't care about tactical bombers. Western Poland. Ooh. What is the local infrastructure? Is the bottleneck? Oh, we don't have enough control of incoming edge provinces. There we go. That fixed it. Just pushing forward. Fixed it. Alright, these guys are holding their own against the Romanians, although they did get over that. Let's do a counterattack in here. Take that back. I don't like them with getting that bulge. Did the... Nope, all the Siberian troops are still coming over to reinforce that Romanian border. It's taken a long time. Once we get to this river, I think we want to hold on to wait. Unless we still are experiencing almost no resistance. Then we're going to keep going for Berlin. But otherwise, we're going to wait through winter and not attack in winter. Because that's just not smart. Right? Alright, so this battle is going okay. Most of the Germans that are here, you can see, are very low organization. They probably moved over at full speed using the strategic railroads. Ooh, another ace pilot. Excellent. Yeah, you're right. I should have had the paratroops land somewhere else. So where are they? How many we got left of them? We got the 8. Where are they going? What? How did I send the paratroopers over here? I did not click that, guys. What in the hell? Alrighty then. Let's get the transport planes and move them into Warsaw. And start the paratroopers planning a paradrop behind enemy lines. This is not a valid province. Oh, because they don't have the transport planes there yet. That's right. There, now they're standing by. None of the wings can get there. Oh, okay. So now I think we can do that. Let's try it again. Yes. Can we get to the other side of this river? Like, I wish we could choose multiple provinces. I hate doing it individually, so we're going to start right there. So they're going to start planning that invasion. You're right. Maybe send some infantry equipment to Spain. Spain's holding out okay. They're on the defensive right now. We could send some infantry equipment 1 to them. We're not producing any, but we could send them... We have so much of the old stuff, we'll give them that. So they can maybe get some more troops. Meanwhile, our front has been pushing very well. We are starting to meet some organized German resistance like this right here. This division can pierce 2 of 2 enemy armored divisions. Nice. And that's just a standard, bog standard infantry division I've got there. And now it's flipped in our favor because of that. They have light tank. Oh, there's a panzer division. Armor's 8.3. Not a lot of panzers in there. So things are going well. We might trap some units there. Look at that. We might trap them in Danzig. I think we got that. Get there. Na 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 na. Get there. How are the paratroopers progressing? They have not yet reached the spot, so they cannot start planning. Although apparently, maybe the planning is done. Yes, we cut the guys off in Danzig. Now, they're probably still in supply from that port. But it will be tougher. Alright, what do you think? Is our northern spearhead... What the hell are you guys doing? Ay, ay, ay. You're supposed to be assigned to this, you jerks. Moving Air Force up, not a bad idea at all. Is there an air base we can capture nearby? I mean, we can move them up to Warsaw. Tactical bombers and fighters can all go to Warsaw. No. We're going to start trying to put some air superiority fighters over Eastern Germany, but we don't have a lot to spare. Non-aggression pact with the People's Republic, yes. We're hitting a low supply issue here. Oh, because we've only taken a small chunk of Slovakia there. But now, how is our southern spearhead doing going into Hungary? We're meeting stiff German resistance in the south. The north is still moving very well. Adiba, 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 that's all, folks. I think that we got all of the extra units down here. So let's give these guys a plan. And let's give these guys a plan. And we'll execute that soon. Give them a little planning bonus first. They're not the best troops I have. Man, Danzig guys are holding out really well. I still don't have any real close air support. Rubber and tungsten. Siamese Empire has capitulated. Let's get a little more tungsten from somebody. How about from the US? Boom. Improved artillery. Fantastic. What about support battalions? Let's improve our recon company so we can win these battles more precisely. Don't care about those dockyards. You're right. Why? If only I had a navy to blockade Danzig with. Well, I do have these fleets. We'll group them up and we'll send them out on a mission. Convoy raiding or convoy escort. Convoy raiding is what we want, right? We want convoy raiding so that the supplies can't get through to Danzig. I mean, the Danzig is going to lose now, it looks like. We don't have any specialty divisions against these guys now. It's just our main ones. And here we go. They are now completely encircled penalty. We're attacking across a river in all directions, though. I got it. We got it. I think we got it. All right, people. Our northern divisions have reached the line they were supposed to reach. We're going for Berlin. We're going for it. I was thinking October we should stop because of the snow, but no. We're going for it. We're going to try to get over this river and take all of these, including Prague. Meanwhile, the northern complement of the infantry is actually the purple ones here. No, those are the southern. Yeah. Army Group North is going to try to continue to push past that. Give us a small planning bonus, and then we're going. Army Group South is having its own issues. I think we just want them to hold where they are at this point. The Spearhead is still trying to push through into there. What's the status of our shock armies? I think we need them in the south, to be honest. I'm going to reassign them. Let's assign them here. And we'll give them a plan to basically wipe off the map. Hungary. The shock army should get it done. Oh, hang on. That deleted both of them. How come? Why did it stop here? Oh, because that's not actually... Okay, I see. That's actually being taken over by the Romanian People's Republic? The Romanian People's Republic is getting liberated by something? Alright, 24 divisions are basically... Okay, this is a shock army. We're just going to tell them to go. Go, go, go. Push. Meanwhile, in the north, we want to select... Control right-click to select the units assigned. Army Group North, go. Mech Division 2. This is Mech Division 2. How does it have 53? Oh, God. Somehow I accidentally linked all those guys in. No, you guys need to be your own freaking division. Sorry, Chad. I'll look back in a second. We got Field Marshal this guy. And then we need to give them this whole area and have them go on their own... And then go. I don't get any planning bonus from them because I screwed it up. The shock armies... Oh, my army group center dudes here. They should be able to hold this line, though. Ooh, the IS is completed. So here's the question, people. What's our situation with heavy tanks? We've got 1,000 of them in reserve. I think we can take 2 of these. We've got a bunch of land experience. We can make our IS tanks really good. I don't know. I'm going to play the Germans next. We'll see how hard it is for the Germans to win. Badger. Badger. Casualty counts. I'll put it up. Mark 1 Badger. Get out of here. Don't care about engine. Save it. That's our Badger Mark 1 tank, apparently. Heavy tank 3. I'm actually going to change out 2 of the KV-1s. Now, what could we possibly... Let's annex Tuna Tuvu, whatever that is. And let's see. Start on nukes, guys? Start on nukes? I think it's time. No. Rockets. No. Encryption. Let's check out the resistance map mode, and now we can assign our 12 divisions here to use garrison. These areas that we've taken. Including Danzig, which is currently experiencing some upset situation. So we got 60 divisions versus the 16 German divisions. Things aren't looking good for them. We can't get this push. Even our shock armies can't do this. Through these damn woods. We've got stiff resistance from the Germans here. The fall of Berlin. Now you want to see some casualty reports. Let's see. In this particular war, we lost 100,000. The Germans have lost 200,000. Italians have somehow lost 61,000. Oh, because are they fighting Spain? I didn't actually look. Are the Italians fighting here? Yeah, there are some Italians. What the hell are those? That's not a Reich flag, but it says German Reich. Oh, those are Hungarian. Hungarian units are fighting Spain. I don't know. Are we fighting Italians somewhere on our border? Those are Hungarians. How could we be doing damage to them? Or is this... Is that just how many casualties they've taken at the same time? And looks, yeah, the British have taken advantage of this particular second front in order to open their own D-Day. in 1941, way before it was supposed to happen. Berlin has fallen. So what's Germany's capitulation situation? We need, only... Oh, man, they've got 90%, so we need to get 90% of their victory points. Ooh, that's a bad situation. We've got a lot of divisions in that one place. Alright, we're going to activate this Romanian... Go. Put some pressure down here as well. I think we're still making gains in the Balkans here. Meanwhile, we've got a bit of a pocket. Let's see if we can manually make some advantages here. I wonder what that symbol is. It's moving. Oh, mixture of things going on. Okay. They're already attacking. Too bad we don't have a motorized division we can exploit here. There is one over here. Let's see if we can bring him down this way. Oh no! I accidentally did that thing that Daniel did. I retreated into the enemy. Oh, that sucks. I was trying to attack, and instead I retreated somehow. But these guys are doing well to push into here. Oh, come on, we gotta get this pocket closed. We don't have any good armor over here. We got this one. Push over here and make this happen. We need to hold this pocket open, though. We're still... Okay, these guys are okay supply. There's bad supply here. Yeah, we pulled a Daniel. What can I say? Oh, come on. 91%. We're so close. Close the pocket. Oh, they got reinforcements in there. Got it. Got it. Make it wider. Let them run out of supplies so that we can now hit them hard. Oh, our paratroopers have been planning to paratroop into Berlin, but that's not necessary. Let's pause for a second because we need to bring our air forces up again. Like, these guys need to go here. We didn't make enough headway down in the south here to bring these air forces up. Oh man, our military factories. What do we need more of? We have tons of everything. But as far as reinforcements upgrades go, we need to upgrade our towed artillery. We still are in a huge deficit on our infantry equipment too. So maybe we'll just start another line of infantry equipment too. Oh wow, we had so many new factories. We can just start a new line of everything. Badger Mark 1, go. Oops, no, up. Upsy daisy. And then we'll increase the production on some of these, like support equipment go up a little bit. Alright, move the speed forward, and once this gets the fighters moving forward... Oh, the transports don't need to be there. We'll put them up here. And we'll bring the paratroopers up there as well. Cancel that. That mission's no good. Alright, we're getting to December, and we're taking most of Germany itself, which is good, but we're not getting Austria and stuff down here. So maybe we should sweep these guys down. Yeah, we are making some headway. We've almost got Hungary to capitulate, I think. Let's take that out. Legionary Bulgaria has already capitulated, apparently. Hungary actually still controls a lot of its victory points. Oh, it's 100% towards capitulation. There it is. Because they lost their capital. Boom. They've given up. We've got a pocket here. Can we take advantage of it? Let's send some shock armies through the back. Yeah, we don't have enough forces over here. We could start deploy some more units. What about our other shock army that we're making in the back here? Oh, what are these guys doing? Nothing? Come over here. Be a part of the party. I thought we had a section to deploy our other shock army in. Oh, in Minsk. Okay, it just hasn't finished. Because time is deceptive in this game. Alright, our northern purple border here to Mech Division 2. Add unit. Oh, not add unit. I want to deploy these guys, even though they're untrained. There. So now our northern mechanized division has the forces it's supposed to have. Our southern mechanized division. So you can see these guys are just going to slowly die in there. There's basically no reason to crush the pocket because they're not attempting a breakout. Coco Killer, think about it this way. So, I should drop behind Luxembourg. That's a ways away. So, in this game, Germany has had a hard time against the Allies. I'm not sure why. They did manage to get France and drop it very quickly. They did manage to get these others. But they wound up getting screwed over in the Balkans. Bulgaria fell and they went to try to help them out. I don't know what the German units have been used for. Up until this war, I don't think they've been used for much. They were used to take out France. They were used to take out... But, I mean, they've been dealing with constant attacks by the United Kingdom with naval invasions here. Maybe they were helping Italy take North Africa, because Italy has taken a lot of North Africa. They had the Suez for a short period of time. Germany never managed to get Greece down. Slovakia has capitulated. Fantastic. Now it's just left for Legionary Romania to capitulate. And once we get these lines to where we want them, I'm going to essentially... Wow, they are taking tons of damage because I'm hitting them so hard. Boom, taken. Meanwhile, you can see the organization of these guys in this pocket are completely being reduced. This army is defending territory? What does that even mean? Alright, we got Berlin. We have these guys standing by. Let's see if we can plan an airdrop to, I don't know, Frankfurt? Sure, why not? Let's see what happens. Give them some time to plan. Or do they not need time to plan anymore? 70% air superiority is what the problem is. So let's fix that problem. How come I can't select where they... I don't know where they are from Kunis. Like, okay, so I click on these guys. I click on this. I want to find their airbase. I've selected them. Can I send them somewhere? Yes. I see. Okay. This is fine. Now I have air superiority. That's good. Now if I click on the paratroopers, we hover over them. There we go. They took Frankfurt. Just like that. No, not all of you. The rest of you are just going to sit there and defend, I think, but we're going to make this pocket open a little bit. So they're going to run out of supplies if we don't take some more territory. So that was actually successful. Their organization is catching up real quick. Japan has called Turkey as our enemy into the war. Uh-oh. Those poor Turkish divisions that we said, hey, hold the entire border? Okay then. You're gonna need some help. What do we got up here? You can have this mechanized division that's over there for some reason. And these garrison divisions that for some reason never got assigned to the garrison group. And you know what? I don't think we're going to have to worry about Finland because they're in... or Norway's in the Allies, so let's send all of these guys down there as well. ASAP. Super speed, go. What can we deploy down there? Shock armies? We could deploy shock armies. Out of nowhere. Suddenly shock armies. That's the best we have. And then... bunch of infantry that are almost ready. Dang it. See, I want to just select one of these, but if I accidentally click on an air base, it selects the air base. That is very frustrating. So let's deploy and deploy. Those guys are ready. And what else do we have in here that we can deploy? Can we deploy any mechanized troops? No, no mechanized troops are even under consideration right now. So let's train... some of these divisions here. And send them over there too once they're ready. And then we'll add an armor division or two that is going to be here. Also joining that once it's ready. Oh, I clicked the thing again. For sure. Be more careful. Be more careful. Okay. We now have way too many military factories. We don't know what to do with all of these. More KV-1s, more ISs. More Badger Mark IIs. We'll switch this over to Badger Mark II. Yeah, let's... more Badgers. And we can also assign another high command guy. I never did this. Close air support would be good. Oh, you know what? We need Sturmoviks, don't we? We need a lot more Sturmoviks. So as new military factories come online, that's what we need. They're still constructing the Stalin line, by the way. I don't think we need them, to be honest. Turns out, nope, didn't need defense in depth, just needed to attack Berlin. So here's what I think we can do for the paratroopers. Let's give them this command. Oh, that didn't work. Alright, paratroopers, go! Take it all! They're in low supply, we need you to go. Support weapons complete. What do we do next? I think it's time to start research. Nukes 261 days. Sure. We could try to end this with a bang. Meanwhile, northern line. That's Army 3, is that what it's called? I don't know what happened to our Romanian border garrison forces. Polish. All these guys can now crush this pocket. Right? There's no reason not to at this point. Watch how fast this goes. Wait, war with Japan? Oh, because we're at war with the Axis. But I'm not terribly concerned about it, so... They have enough stuff that they're working on. So we've got a border with Turkey stabilized. We still can't seem to get Romanians to collapse here. Get that capital. It's actually not worth any points. Did they already collapse? And this is just other factions? Yeah, I think they might have already collapsed. I have no things that I can... Oh, I can do Smersh. Get rid of the Trotskyite plot for sure. Let's do this. Just start planning that. And we'll do the same thing with these guys, actually. But we'll plan a little bit differently. Give them a little bit of a planning bonus. Wait until the worst of the winter weather is over. Legionary Romania capitulated. These mechanized forces are going to start invading Italy, I think. Through the not mountainous terrain as much as possible, please. Why do I deserve to lose Baku to the Turks? What are you talking about? Well, yeah, I've got mountaineers in the Balkans. I have about 10 divisions of mountaineers down there. Pro tip! It's already done, boyos. Alright, let's organize this a little better here. This is actually United Kingdom territory, so we've just... All we're doing is cleaning this up here. There's a couple of German pockets. And then all of these Balkan troops can come up to try and help push against Italy. Hungary is losing its last remaining forces here. Or... Germany's losing the last remaining Hungarian territory. Vienna's about to fall. Push through and around Vienna. There we go. Oh, my paratroopers, they need help. Help! They're cut off. Let's start the big push here. Start all of these pushes again. We've got a small planning bonus. These guys can try pushing up into Denmark. Or they might just wind up as a holding action. We've got the garrison troops holding on to Poland there. The last of these Germans. They're too weak to even hold the river against me. And they're out of supply. Let's send half of them to this province and then attack there, so we hit from both sides. And that is going to clean up the last of the Axis forces in the Balkans. There we go. Done. Can't stop the rock. How's the war going here? We got research we got to do here. Germany is almost done capitulating. And then we'll start a new Germany game. What time is it? It's 2:40. We got time to start a Germany game. See how that plays out. Not going to look too deeply at that, but I just take it. Why not rockets? Unread naval battle results. We got a naval battle going? Yeah! We sunk some German convoys. Good job, Red Navy. Good job. Now, how is this battle plan progressing over here on the West Front? And what about my shock army? Where's that at? We're getting some supply issues. You can hear it. What about the Caucasus? That has been a holding action, but I'll go check it out. Yeah, we're still holding it. We had enough reserves training that we could emergency deploy them over there. We also took that off the Finnish, the Norwegian front. Because, well, we didn't need anything in the Norwegian front. I don't know where he's redeploying to. We've almost got all of traditional Germany under control here. Where's our shock armies don't currently have anything to do. I wish there was a button to delete all their current orders. I think this is the shock army. No, that's the mechanized army. Anyway, I don't care. Shock army, you're going to need something to do, so we're going to give you something to do. Finish the push into Austria. Now give them a short time to get a planning bonus. The paratroops, there's still 6 of them that survived that fight. We never actually wound up building or using any of our Sturmoviks, because we didn't get them till way too late. Germany had a really rough game. I'm not sure what happened to them in this game, but I can tell you that the ability for us to jump directly to war economy seems way too powerful, and somebody told me that they heard Daniel say that was changing in the day 1 patch. So I shouldn't be as strong as I am, is what it comes down to. But something was happening to Germany, because they took out Belgium, Luxembourg, Netherlands, and France just like they were supposed to, really quick. They took out Poland pretty much on schedule. After that, I don't know what their armies did. They didn't do anything. They never came over to the Soviet border. I think they fought against the Bulgarians and the Greeks for a while, but they didn't win. I know, I haven't deployed any Servant I could put some out now. Let's see how many I have. 300. There we go. Actually... Oh, we're not producing any fighters anymore, are we? Yeah, we're way behind in fighter production. We lost too many of them in the fight. So what do we have tons of? Infantry equipment, we'll stop there. Light tanks, we probably don't need them many. So yeah, we'll try producing some more transport planes. We don't need any more of those. So we'll try getting as many fighter production going as possible. Production efficiency growth, I think that's important. So where are the rest of my fighters? Are there any that don't have any good jobs? Central Russia? Unacceptable. You come over here and you help take the territory that is... We'll have another 300 fighters to go into the Frankfurt area where we do not have air superiority, and that's a problem. Close air support, successful there. What about any more fighters? Let's see. Belarus, you can also come over here. Have we reached the maximum here? No, we almost reached the maximum. But we have another 200 fighters coming from Minsk. We'll add those. I wish I could give them an order without having to wait. It's such a pain. There we go. So now we have 600 fighters here. They have 865. Ugh, they still have a lot more fighters than we do. But it looks like we're going to continue to lose them, so there's that. Get the transport planes out of the way. We can't fit any more into that air base, and there's no other good air bases here. We haven't taken any anyway. If we can take this one, that'll probably lower their capacity. Yes, I recognize that there are problems with supply. How close are they now? Very close, people! It's almost happening. I don't even know. Increase our anti-tank capabilities. Wow, suddenly factories came online. More fighters! And we've basically run out of things except partisan suppression. Munich. Munich's our last big piece that we're missing. Where's my shock army? I think my shock army is going after Munich, but I'm going to have all of them do it. Go! What am I going to use the dockyards for? This game's basically over. I don't care. Germany is like the protagonist in this game. How's the front with... Oh, yeah, it's just a happy time over here. Nobody going anywhere. I'm totally fine with that. We still have 30 divisions over here after having finished off the Balkans that need somewhere to go. I'll have them line up with Italy. And if we can drive down to Rome with them, that would be great. Hey, the German Reich has capitulated. And that means France got liberated. So that means the war's over as soon as Italy and... Oh, Japan has to capitulate first. But anyway, so that happened. Huzzah! I don't really want to continue this war against Italy and Japan. It just seems kind of tedious. And I do really want to figure out what's going on with Germany. So I'm going to do that. A Chinese miner? Come on, are you asking for the stream to be ridiculously boring? I did have the most points at the end, by the way. My air score is still nowhere near the UK air score, but it is what it is. World War II lasted more than 6 months. That was like 2 years. It started in 39 like it was supposed to. All right. Let's see. So, Iron Man mode. Nah, not right now. Okay. A lot of different options for Germany. I think I'm going to try the one where you befriend Poland, and then I'm going to try to go to war with the Soviet Union while not going to war with the Allies. I want to see how that works out. Because I like doing ahistorical crazy nonsense. But we're definitely going to go with research speed, production efficiency, construction efficiency, and what's the last one? We could try to get another level of synthetic oil, but I think that just allows us to do something else. Do we do early land doctrine? Just keep going down that tree? Or do we go for... Okay, Panzer III is going to give us some free stuff from the National Focus Tree, I think. Hold on 1 second. Be back in 1 second, guys. Gonna grab a drink and get the throat restored. Then we'll do Germany for about an hour. All right, we're back. We're back. So, yeah. We get this bonus to research the Panzer III and get the Panzer IV really quick. So let's see. Panzer III is 1939. So I do think I want those early. So I don't want to get this because I'm going to get big bonuses to getting it later. Meanwhile, I could try to get support battalions. A maintenance company for my armored divisions wouldn't be bad. But you know what? Germany doesn't have the manpower resources that Soviet Union has. Because the next step up on conscription is considerable. And it starts hurting us. So I think one of the first things I want to get is military field hospitals for all my infantry divisions. I switched over to Germany because we finished the USSR stream. Like I said, I think there's a thing that the USSR can do, which they probably won't be able to do in the patch. I think they've got a balance fix for that, which is they can switch their factories way too fast. So, I haven't actually done any German plays yet, but I do have some ideas of what I want to do. Getting the Rhineland back gives us political power, army experience, but this gives us maximum infrastructure. I want to get to industrial effort ASAP. That's really quite useful. Decisions. The West Wall isn't terribly valuable at the moment. 2, 4, 6. That's 12 civilian factories. That's a lot. I think I need it. But I'll take Rhineland first to get the political power. Then we'll do that. Okay. So we got free civilian factories. Yes, we certainly do. Let's see. Well, let's put them... there. And then we'll start constructing military factories. We don't have as much room as we might want. Not nearly as much as the Soviet Union, Jesus. But we will get all of Austria and most of Czechoslovakia soon. This is a pre-release copy given to a lot of popular streamers and YouTubers. I was also lucky enough to get one. Ha ha ha, da-dun-ch. Alright. I think we can start going at speed 4 as soon as I figure out what I want to spend my military factories on. Infantry equipment. I mean, Opel Blitz, the motorized is going to be needed for a long time. But infantry equipment is very important too. So is support equipment. Artillery is also quite important. I like close air support. And tactical bombers aren't bad. But I feel like fighters are more important. Alright. Thank you. No divisions in basic training. Well, we'll fix that. Our regular infantry division is not bad. Not bad. With the artillery and the engineers, it's pretty good. We'll start training 2 of those right off the bat. And then we're going to let it go. And we're going to start looking at putting some basic infantry into groups here. I don't know what the theater's names are going to be yet, so I'm going to leave it at that. I guess we'll put them here. This will be the west wall. And we'll give them a sort of... Do we have a defensive doctrine guy? Yeah, max entrenchment. Oh, he's got both. I don't think we want von Rundstedt be stuck on the west wall. Walter Modell. Only at level 1, huh? We got quite a few leaders here. Quite a lot. What is that? Fortress Buster. I guess we could put him on the west wall in case he ever has to attack the Maginot Line. I don't think that's a good idea, though. For now, that's what we're doing. Okay. Then we've got mountain armies. Anytime that we do anything in the Balkan areas, we're going to want those mountain armies to be part of it. So let's give them their own division. Let's see if I have any other mountain armies besides that one. Nope, that's the only one. That's a very big mountain army there. We'll put them on the border with Austria, even though they're not really, you know. What does the mountain army consist of? Not a lot of troops. Not a lot of troops. We'll have to adjust that soon enough. Before the USSR, I had played one other USSR game and an Italian game. So basically about 20 hours worth before last night. Before the stream started last night. Oh, I hate starting with these cavalry things. I don't want them. I don't want them. We'll switch them out for a regular infantry division. There is plenty of time to deal with that later. I don't need to put troops on the border with Poland. We're going to be friends. Poland's my friend. Just like I'm going to boost my party popularity with Poland. And we're going to improve relations. And then we're going to trade them Slovakia for Danzig. And then we're going to invade the Soviet Union together. Together we will invade the Soviet Union. Meanwhile, Romania. We need you to be more fascist. We're starting off the political things much earlier. As Germany, you get so much more power to do that. Let's do the Anschluss. Oh, we need 550,000 manpower in divisions. Okay. Well, that's a good way for them to do it. I wish I knew how many manpower I have in my divisions. I think actually I can learn that. Oh, the Spanish Civil War is broken out! Give a second. Let's get nationalist Spain to be our friend. So does it say... I have 30 divisions, but how many men? Doesn't say. Wait, does it say if I do this? How do I know how much manpower I have inside my divisions? Huh. This is a good question. Was there a thing in there that tells me what I'm currently at? No. Huh. Okay, well, I guess we'll just keep building some units and find out. So first... Tank designer. Reliability and soft attack or max speed and reliability. Ooh, I wouldn't mind soft attack, but... What's the other option? Industrial concern. Research time. Synthetic research time. Very good. Yeah, let's get the industrial research time minus, but the synthetic research time minus as well. Oh, yes, turn off day-night cycle. That is annoying. Ah, and I need to get some divisions ready to go to... How many can I send to Nationalist Spain to help? 2, limited by my number of divisions. Alright, these guys are going to be their own little division. These are going to be our volunteers to go over. Actually, no. Aren't we just going to... send some panzer divisions over, obviously. And we'll have one of our good Panzer Division leaders, Rommel, who is also a trickster, which is great. A fantastic trait. Send volunteers. We could give him a little lend-lease as well. We're producing some... We'll give him 10% of our infantry equipment per day for a while. Just to help him out. Alright, so I guess we need to start deploying more infantry sooner. And what else do I want? Some motorized divisions? Those are pretty awesome. What are they missing? They're missing infantry equipment and motorized equipment. It'll come. One of the things we can try to build is a synthetic refinery. I will wait until we capture Austria and build some down there. I don't want it to be available for the British to bomb. Alright, our volunteers arrive down in nationalist Spain April 1st. I don't think giving them fighters gets us air experience. Does it? You think sending them lend-lease of fighters gives us air experience? Let's find out. Now, where's our volunteers? There they are. I think we want these panzer divisions to try to push down to Madrid. It's going to be a different fight in the Civil War this time with only 2 divisions instead of 5. But man, we are plowing through these poor Spanish defenders. Ooh, we got some electromechanical engineering here. Electrochemical, electromechanical, whatever. Go, go, Gadget Panzer Division! No, I don't think you can put your planes on Spain's airports. Air wings engage in battle, or if you have lend-leased equipment to your allies' wars. Yeah, it says so. So maybe they just need to receive the equipment. It gets sent on like a monthly basis. If you look here, deployment. 5% of our Messerschmitt Bf-109s. Are we not producing any? I thought we were. Yeah. Oh, we're producing 1 per week, so 5% is not a lot, as it turns out. Can we trade some oil? We're badly in need of it. Let's trade with the Soviet Union. 3 factories to give us enough oil. And then trade for a little bit of rubber, not a lot. Yeah, two civilian factories down. Oh, I hate that. I hate that a lot. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, we're widening this front so that we don't get trapped in Madrid. Yeah. I had 5 million manpower as the Soviets, and I never lost it. I never haven't to change my recruitment policies. Yeah, war economy is a good idea. We have partial mobilization to start. See, this is what I think they need to change. I think if you look at recruitment, see the conscription laws? If you start at limited conscription, you can go down to volunteer only or up to extensive conscription, which, by the way, please, somebody explain to me why this has never been fixed. How come disarmed nation isn't over here? So it should go disarmed nation, limited conscription, volunteer only, or sorry, it should be disarmed nation, volunteer only, limited, extensive, service by requirement, all adults serve, scraping the barrel. Like, that's how it should go. But they're, like, turned around. That needs to be fixed. That's my current prediction. But yeah, partial mobilization will definitely go to a war economy right away. We're going to collapse on Madrid from two sides. So far, it seems to be working. Listen, it doesn't matter if we're attacking with panzers in the mountains because other guys have so little actual equipment, it does not matter. Our advantages are so huge. The terrain penalties just aren't enough. Like, we're going to get terrain penalties for fighting in the city. Like, minus 60% of our attack because we're fighting in the city. But look, their defense is so weak because their experience is crap, and they just don't have any equipment. 27% strength in men and equipment. When the war breaks out, the Spanish have way little equipment everywhere. Both sides. There's a few divisions, like this one has full equipment, that one's full equipment. Actually, a lot of the nationalists have full equipment. The Republicans don't have a lot of full equipment guys. And someone earned themselves a ban. Congratulations! Madrid has been captured. I don't want to cross the river at the moment. Alright, so can we do the Anschluss yet? No. Oh, here we go. Army, 378,000 men. So that's where I can see how much manpower I have. That has been deployed. So something tells me this is not going to cut it. Let's get some Panzer Divisions training as well, then. Doesn't really matter to me where. Come on, nationalists. Oh, just sitting here. Why aren't you doing anything? Because the game is paused, idiot. The game is paused. Let's see. Alright, we got 40, 50 people on YouTube there. Or not on YouTube, on Twitch. Alright, now, damn it, I don't know about concentrated versus dispersed here. Because I know that the UK and the US are going to try bombing me, so I feel like dispersed is good, especially because it also gives you those bonuses to efficiency retention. So that's what I'm going to go with. They've got a few troops in the northern border there for some reason. Now, because they're not occupying Madrid, which is what they should be doing, I have to leave my precious, useful attacking tank army. No, you know what? You're right. If I'm going to try not to fight the Allies, concentrated industry is better. That's a good point, chat. You win a cookie. Let's see, we've got 205 concurrent viewers at the moment. Good deal. So we've tried to max out our civilian production as soon as we can, but it is still weak. The Soviet Union just has so much more room, and I was able to just build it all. I built all of it before we even fought the Germans, basically. Almost all of it. Alright, well, we got a cut-off unit here, if we can do it. If they're unable to penetrate, we will lose 50% less organization and take 50% less damage, which is great. That's the advantage of armored divisions. So even though we're attacking in bad terrain, this hilly terrain, because they don't have any anti-tank weaponry, they can't do anything against our panzers. Alright, Liz. More cookies if you can keep giving me... I mean, I really don't want to leave Madrid empty. But let's see if I can do that. Get them in a pocket. I wish some frickin' infantry would come and deal with Madrid. This is their current plan, by the way. This is the Spanish plan. Ooh, they got across the river down there. That's good. We trapped 3 divisions so far. So we got Madrid. Maybe if we can get Barcelona, they'll capitulate. Because those 2 are a huge chunk of their victory points. How's the Polish politics going? I guess we gotta go check that out, huh? You mean in terms of the coup? / whatever. Not going well. Very slowly. I'm going to do also improving our relations with them. Soon. What are we missing here? Motorized and light tank. Yeah, because some of those are going to start coming online soon. Alright, let's get back to what's going on down here in Madrid. If I help you crush this guy, will you then move on to, you know, doing more important things? Like, my tank army shouldn't be sitting in Madrid. Somebody come take over. Please. They are completely surrounded. They're out of supplies, but they do have entrenchment. So at least there's that. I don't want to do this across the river penalty, but I think I might have to. No, we get this right over here, this opening. That should be good. I was the Russians last night, but I wound up winning the war in 2 hours, so we're going to try as the Germans now and see how things go. The US never even made it into the war, which is interesting. Because I've seen other games that streamers have been posting since last night where Germany's done a lot better than they did in my game. I'm not sure why. It's just those random things that happen sometimes. It's what makes Paradox games interesting. It's the replayability. Alright, let's get there. Oh no, they're covering the hole. Shucks. Alright, logistics companies, probably not necessary yet. Let's start on our land doctrine. Oh, they're attacking Madrid, but we're holding off. Well, I made Germany capitulate. I didn't finish off Italy and Japan, but it was really just a matter of time. Japan had already lost the entire war against China, and Italy was going to be easy peasy. I'm sure there'll be a lot of balance patches. Like, after 3 patches, Stellaris is going to be an amazing game, And I bet you after 3 patches, this is going to be an amazing game, too. They are, like most games, they come out a little bit earlier than they probably should. Alright, let's speed it up a little bit. Uh-oh. Our poor tank division is being attacked from multiple sides there. Can we get across the river now that they've weakened themselves by attacking us? I think we can. But this tank division is going to need some organization after. Alright, so we've got the industrial effort that I had been hoping for. That will finally give us the build-up on the industry. We need 550. We're at 421. It's still not a lot of manpower. Is it possible to play as Austria and not get annexed as Germany? I think some people had been asking that in the stream, and they said yes. So, it seems like the answer is yes. Uh-oh. My armor's a little cut off right now. It's okay. The guy that cut us off is now trapped in a pocket himself, so... Just saw a random horse behind my tank? What? Let's get across this river. The Games of the Olympiad. This tank is getting attacked from multiple directions, which isn't great. I really want to take my tanks and go after Barcelona. Oh boy, the north is getting lost pretty heavily right now. So, we're going to try to go and move towards the north. Oh, we forced the Spanish fleet to use its embiggening ray. Drive to Valencia, cut off their retreat. 2 more divisions down. These guys trapped in a pocket on the coast. Can we drive to Barcelona? I don't know if we should. Probably we can. This battle's harder, because we're running low on organization. But so are they. Tanks go way I am going on speed 3, so take it with a grain of salt. Or speed 4, rather. Most of the other footage that I've been showing you was on speed 3. But since I only have these 2 tanks to micro... Actually, some of it was on speed 2. But with only 2 tanks to micro, you know, speed 4 is fine. I wonder why that guy's taking attrition that way. I'm trying to open this wider so they can't cut off my tank that's going for Barcelona. Oh, that guy's running away so fast! Industrial effort is complete. Industrial effort 2. More civilian factories, please. The French are moving along the border. They are worried. Now that I've driven along the coast with my panzer divisions. So the question is, can I claim anything from Spain? Not in this civil war. I don't think there's anything that Germany can claim. I know Italy gets claims on Spain in their focus tree. Oh, there's a Soviet tank division right there. Alright, so, oh boy, we're almost losing Madrid. We are losing Madrid. We did lose Madrid because our Republican, or no, nationalist allies are just awful at everything. Are we out of supply? Oh boy. The fucking Russians cut us off from supply. So we need to win this war, this particular fight here, and win it fast. Oh boy, I may have gotten in over my head here. I thought I cut off 4 divisions, but instead I'm getting cut off by the damn Russian tanks. We can get them back in supply if I can do this. Yes. Alright, there's the nationalists that are chilling over in the corner doing nothing for some reason. But we did get them back in supply. I just want Barcelona. It's worth victory points. Get it. I think... Did we trap the Russian tank? Has it gone too? We're going to go back from Madrid here. I'm going to try to make sure this is called the Ziggy maneuver. To make sure this is our one tank, our one division front, making sure there's no enemies in our way. Path of Exile's new league is starting tomorrow. Is that so? Extraction, Excavation 1, not a bad idea. I think we're behind on a few resources that we do produce. I mean, we produce a tiny bit of oil. Chromium, we only barely produce any. Tungsten, we only barely produce any, so excavation can help us. Where's my other tank division? There it is. Let's see. We're doing the infantry doctrine thing. Let's get this. And we've got enough power. Now's a good time to do armor research. Reliability and soft attack, or reliability and max speed? Difficult. This is normal division, normal difficulty, yeah. I think reliability and max speed is more valuable to me. I still have a more political power, huh? A theorist. Mobile warfare expert might be the one we want to hold on, get to. Ooh, that's actually great. Heinz Guderian, I like him better. Even though he doesn't speed up our research time on the doctrines, he's still quite valuable. Now, why are they doing so well against us here? They're surrounded, but there are 2 of them. It's just going to take a while for us to beat them down. Industrial effort 2. Okay, we're going to need to take a moment because I don't know quite where to go from here. We can't do Anschluss yet. Still quite a ways away. So I think we need army innovations and treaty with the USSR. Jeez, there's so many bonuses to speed on the German side. Operation Zigzag. Tactics. Alright, so things are going well here. Let's just clean up all of this territory so that they can't, like, retreat there if they get a breakthrough. I think if we take Madrid, they might surrender. So I'm just going to bring my other Panzer Division over, and I think that'll make it happen. Close quarters storm and close quarters defense. Is that enough? Yep, there it is. We didn't get quite as much army experience because we ended the Spanish Civil War pretty quickly, I think, there. Yeah, and we do need to deploy more guys soon. And part of that is we need a lot more motorized equipment and a lot more tanks if I want to keep that happening. I guess just regular infantry units, we can continue to speed that up by opening these. And motorized. No, motorized, no. Let's see. Yeah. Soon we will start producing regular military factories. We have a couple of people buying trade from us. What do we produce a lot of? Steel. We have a huge surplus in steel. In the end. Does Denmark consider to have straits here? No. That's interesting. So control of Denmark, I think. Oh, there are. The Danish belts. So interesting. So yeah, controlling one side. Due to our neutral relations with all controllers, everybody can pass. So that's why you take Denmark and or Norway. But what about Poland? No real significant change. Oh, jeez, I'm looking at the wrong thing. The fascist is growing. I was looking at the red because we were doing the communist one last time. Yeah, that's what I did. I queued up a bunch of infantry divisions. What do we have for infantry equipment? 7,000 still? I'll add one more unit here. I'm hesitant to do it too much, because what do they require? They require infantry support and artillery equipment. I really would like to get the Opel Blitz motorized stuff happening sooner. We'll at least do that. Poland will be Uber allies. Yeah. I don't know about that. Maybe. It's 1937. Boom. There we go. Army size 556,000. So we will be able to do the Anschluss right now. And then we can go back to the treaty with the USSR. And the Sudetenland requires 750,000. I don't know why you'd ever pick befriend Czechoslovakia. I really need those factories. Like, Czechoslovakia is not going to be as valuable to me as those factories are. But I guess if you want to roleplay things... Can't do the Anschluss until this is done. Everybody was complaining because Germany didn't immediately start researching around the Maginot in that France game that the devs did. But you can't change your national focus once you've started it. And the war with Spain happened after Germany had started a different national focus, so they could not do around the Maginot until after that focus ended. It was like a couple of months. You can stage a coup with as much support for the fascists as you want, but the more support you have, the more successful it is likely to be. Now it's time... Not quite? Wait, why don't I meet the requirements? 550,000 manpower in divisions in the field. Oh, they're not in the field yet. Is that why? 568,000? I'll wait a couple of seconds then, because these guys are going to deploy. So yeah, what if I were to do this? Does that make it work now? No. What do you mean, no? The 68 must include all training divisions, I guess. Dang it. Can't do it yet. What if we do these two? Even though, you know, they're mostly trained. Ahead of time penalty on this. Research, I don't know about that. Let's look at air units and air doctrines. Air doctrines wouldn't be bad. Battlefield support is good. Although historically, I feel like they would have had operational integrity. But anyway. Alright, why don't we do then going for the extra research slot? Air Innovations 2. Let's go with the treaty with the USSR so that I can start getting the armor bonuses. We tried 40% before, it didn't quite work out, but we'll see. We're also... I thought I was already improving relations. I can probably only go to 100 or something like their normal game limitations. The Wunderwaffe. Nukes and rockets. Land Doctrine. 3, 4, and 5. A lot of research bonuses for armor. What did I say? I was going to hold on. No, I didn't want to because I got Guderian instead. Material Designer. Artillery, infantry, or motorized research time. You know, I do want to get mechanized units. I really do. They're pretty damn powerful. We're crawling along here, though. Available planes and rivers. I don't care. We're not going to do a fight yet. Not until probably 1940 we'll try to invade the Soviet Union. They're on the Great Purge already in 37? Oh, that's awful. I was hoping they would wait. They're not going to be as weak as I'd have hoped. Okay. So... we're going to want to aim for 1939, maybe. At the very least, very early 1940 needs to be invading the USSR. Getting those factories and getting those resources is of utmost importance, specifically the ones right here in the Ukraine region. Decent amount of oil, some chromium and steel, no tungsten until you get way down here to Rostov, though. But I get a little bit of tungsten in Czechoslovakia. And we got another one for this elastic defense. Let's continue down that path there. We want to have very good land doctrines when we go into the Soviet Union because we won't have much else to give us an advantage. I guess tech. We're going to have a tech advantage too. They went collectivist propaganda this time, which counteracts the Trotskyite plot. Now, I don't know what we're doing with our convoy, with our yeah, I mean, submarine's not bad. And I kind of do want to build a German Navy that's just strong enough to hold the Baltic. So let's see what we can add to that. Light Cruiser 2. How's our Navy look, actually? 15 destroyers is not a lot of destroyers. This treaty will be the stepping stone to the future. Excellent. So yeah, infinite destroyers, I think. If we wind up getting more dockyards. Anschluss is still no good! Don't meet the requirements. How can you say this? How? There's 625,000 people in my army. It says so right there. Ugh. Now that I have the ability to get the Panzer research, which is 100% reduction in ahead of time penalty, which is great. We're going to try not to get any Panzer 3s and just go straight for Panzer 4s, though. I mean, why not? Alright, air innovations then. We need to get that extra research slot ASAP. If we can't do the Anschluss, we need that. Maybe when all these guys pop out, we'll suddenly have enough to get the Anschluss happening. No, I'm going to befriend Poland. I'm going to try to bring Poland into the Axis. And we can both invade the Soviet Union together. We'll see. That's the plan. That's the plan. Rule the world. You and me. Anyway. Alright, so the West Wall, I believe, gave us some fortresses over here, right? Yeah. It's not nearly as strong as the Maginot Line, but, you know, it's not nothing. Let's see. Rommel's in charge of this army. Seems like a good thing to have him in charge of. Although maybe the army should be composed entirely of panzer divisions. And we'll have the SS be a separate army at the moment. Rundstedt. He's a field marshal, though. Guderian. Trickster. Oh, man, I love tricksters. And Manstein is very good as well. Why don't we have some motorized mixed in with each army? So the other motorized that we had over here. Ooh, she made it. So this will be Manstein. He's not a field marshal right now. Okay. And we'll have Manstein just kind of chilling over here so that we can have any new ones deploy there. And we got research slots. It's 37, so let's get our concentrated industry stronger. We'll put a couple of oil synthesizers over there. Sympathizers? Are you an oil sympathizer? Aircraft designer. I love close air support. I love it. But do we just want Messerschmitt to make our fighters that much stronger and just have standard close air support? I think we do. National focus. Anschluss is ready! At last. Time for a coup, you think, huh? $43 to $44. Yeah, I think we could do it. Okay. Cancel, boost popularity, stage a coup. Fascist in Danzig, Poznan, Krakow. Krakow seems like a good place. We'll send him a bunch of equipment. Alright, we finally have 36 civilian factories building stuff up now, so we can get those military factories coming out. Alright. Artillery. Get this researching. And as soon as Panzer III is done, we can start researching Panzer IVs, I think. Production cost is 13 versus 12. How much is the difference between these tank destroyers? Let's see. The piercing is quite significantly better. Yeah. I don't know what a Panzer... Jagdpanzer, that's what it is. Jagdpanzer. Oh, I need to unpause again. I don't know why it keeps getting paused. Austria is happening. Alright. Let's speed on through here and see what there is to see. So after Anschluss, we won't be able to do Demand Sudetenland for quite a while. Oh, Yugoslavia is the one that owns Slovenia. Is that this part here? That is Slovenia. That's an extra couple of slots of factories. We could potentially demand that from them. Reassert Eastern claims gets us Memel, Danzig, and Poznan. But we don't need to go down that track. Memel is not bad. Improve national spirit. Now this one's really interesting. Look at this. You start out with the bitter loser trait, which gives you a 50% chance for ideology drift to not happen. It protects you against it, so fascism is stronger, right? But if you manage to occupy Paris and London as the Axis, or your faction does, then you can translate it to triumphant will, which gives you +1 political power gain. Which is pretty insane. So if you have a successful sea lion, then you can improve your national spirit. Silent Workhorse, is that the one that just gives you a little bit extra political power? Dive bombing's done. Yeah, I don't know. It's no better for Germany than anybody else, but they did improve it to 15%. That's better. Because Germany produces the same base of +2 per day. So 15% extra from Silent Workhorse would be an extra an extra 0.3 political power per day. I don't really need that much. I've already got all the extra from Hitler. I don't know if do I want to continue down this tree, or is there something else I should be doing? Not yet. 1940 is still way too far away for that. I could research heavy cruisers. The Hipper class heavy cruiser. I think I'm going to do that and start trying to produce some heavy cruisers just so that I can control the Baltic Sea. Because if I can do that, I might be able to do some like naval invasions of Leningrad or something crazy. No, Anschluss is activating. Look, it's got 2 days left. And as soon as that finishes, then it's gonna... There it is. How can anyone say that Austria is not German? How? How? See, look how much political power you're getting. Political power up the wazoo here. So, Sudetenland is available. Awesome. Yeah, we want to demand Sudetenland right now. Now, there are political guys that I might look into. Political power gain, ideology, drift, defense. War industrialist, military factory and dockyards faster. Armaments organizer, no. No. Captain of industry is not bad either, but ooh, refinery construction speed plus 10%. Let's do that. The next one we'll get is the war industrialist, I think. Air experience was because I believe I got air innovations or something. Yeah, I did air innovations, gave me air experience. Okay, so now on our constructions, I can put a few more of those. And hide a bunch of military factories way far away. Concentrated industry will give me more factories all across the territory. So let's see, when is this coup going to be ready? September 7th, 1938. Quite a ways away. It takes a long time. We already sent them all the infantry equipment that we could send. Now, resources. Insufficient oil and rubber. Well, that's why we're building these synthetic plants, isn't it? As soon as this construction's done, I'm going to bring the synthetic plant up to the top. There we go. So how long will that take? January 1938, so quite a while. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think those... If I were to buy the game, when I was looking... Before I determined whether I was going to get a pre-release key or not, I had determined that I was going to get the Cadet Edition. There was just no reason for me to pay the extra money, personally. Panzer... 421 days. That's a ways away. Let's hold off on that just for a little while. Continue on construction or... Excavation's not bad. Especially because we just got some tungsten from the Anschluss, I think. No. Oh, it's Czechoslovakia that has the tungsten. Oil needed 5. Well, as soon as that synthetic refinery comes online, it'll be better. So the thing is, this just lets you build more synthetic refineries per state, which is a really shitty thing. Like, if you could just build one in every state, but if you wanted to concentrate them somewhere, then you could. Yeah, we'll get the Panzer IVs after concentrated industry is done. 60 days, then we'll get that. As long as I don't forget. You ever forget? It happened to me. Alright, so the coup of Poland is happening. So this is what I want to go down. I want Danzig for Slovakia, and then befriend Poland. Which actually gives them fascist support. So I could have waited until then, but I'm doing it now. Yeah, the end date is the end or beginning of 1948. I'm not sure which one. All right, so I've got these two sort of mechanized divisions. Let's actually organize that here. And then this is Mech Army 2. And the mech armies will be spades to make things a little easier. Oops. And then standard infantry army here. We'll make this Army Group South. And we'll split off others as needed. This will be Army Group North. And the Mountain Army will be Army Group Caucasus? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. And the west wall is the west wall. So I think that I am going to want... Yeah, I mean, I could change the title of the thing. Who cares? Does it matter? German military mission to China. German military mission has been present in China for a number of years. This is naturally some concern to the Japanese, given their present war against China. They are demanding the immediate withdrawal of all German support to the Chinese. So that, nothing happens to us. We don't care. Japan likes us more. Why would we ever fuck with Japan? I don't know. I don't get it. We'll recall him. Make Japanese happy. 3:55. The stream's going to be ending soon. I'm going to pick it back up at 7 o'clock, which is in about 3 hours from now. Why is Japan a bad ally to have? They screw around with the West, which is great. I want them to do that. Keep the West occupied while I take out the Soviet Union, and then I can deal with the Allies. Well, it doesn't matter. The Munich Conference. Sudetenland State is now a core of German Reich. This is a historic day for Germany. Sudetenland. Eastern Sudetenland? It's all one. Oh, is it this one? Eastern Sudetenland, yeah. So that gives us a whole bunch more factories, which is great. In fact, it filled up our factories perfectly, and now we've got an extra. Hold on. Close air support. Ju-87. Or more fighters. If we get any more dockyards, which we will when we get Danzig, I want heavy cruiser 2s start popping out. Now, here's some good questions. Where do we go from here? I think we want to keep going down this and try to get Danzig for Slovenia and then befriend Poland. I mean, we started a coup in Poland. No, the Krakow didn't come from Poland. It's right here. And that's still not until September 7th, 1938. In fact, the coup would be much more successful if we waited for that national focus. But screw it. Let's see what happens. Oh, geez, the next national focus I really should get. So this is Hungary gets the Vienna Award. But that's... the reason you do that is so that you can get the Czechoslovakian state completely under your control. Concentrated industry is great. Now let's go look at Panzer IVs. So, ship designer. Atlantic Fleet designer's carrier and capital ship. Rating is screens and submarines. I don't know. I guess that one. And that's interesting, because that's what I wanted to find out. Is the Hipper class going to come out with the bonuses provided by that? Or... because I put it on there after it started researching, does it not get those bonuses? So that's something to check out later. Supreme Roller Ultimate wasn't created by Paradox. I think it might have been published by them, though. Yeah, we're going to try to go anti-communists. Lebensraum! And it turns out, you know, Poland, while technically could be giving me a bunch of stuff. I'm going to get a bunch of stuff, right? I don't have to occupy Eastern Poland to get a bunch of stuff. I can take the Danzig corridor. I can take Poznan and Danzig, which have a lot of slots in them. And then I'll keep Poland as an ally, and they'll give me some extra military units. And I'll give them Eastern Slovakia or something here, is I think the result of that. All right. It is basically 4 o'clock here, guys, so I am going to cut the stream, but I will be back in 3 hours. You can watch on Twitch TV/Bridger15 or YouTube.com/Sound Strategy Network/live, I think works. But if you can just click on the channel and see upcoming streams, it's also there. So thanks for watching. I'm going to grab some food, and we will try invading the Soviet Union tonight and see what happens.